back again today. Earlier, I did a little bit more of Quest Brian's Journey, which I think I'm getting near the last second step. So that was about 2 hours. So there might be about another 2 hours of that left. So I'll probably finish that off maybe tomorrow during the day again. However, right now, we're going back to Dread Delusion, which it's been a couple of days. But I've given enough time after playing it last time where I think it would be really enjoyable to pop back into it since I've been looking forward to it. And the last thing that we did here is we went to a new zone finally, and it is covered by currently constant winter. The fields are being attended by a bunch of robots out in the fields. The people aren't doing well. There's also a plague going on. And the Machine King that the people made to rule themselves instead of having an actual ruler after the God War, the Robot King said, drop all quests you're currently doing. And then I think assigned me to do the exact same quest he just told me to stop doing and do this instead. However, considering he speaks in binary and algorithms that literally cannot compute with me, we have no idea what the Machine King actually wants us to do, but by God, he definitely thinks we're doing it now. Speaking of which, let's find out if I really am doing it now or not. I'm going to pick right back up some more Dread Delusion. And it's doing that same damn thing that I keep complaining about. Not the game, but like outside. Because I swear to God, if it can just stay... If it could just get into the 70s and stay there for 5 seconds... We get like 1 day of decent, or 2 days of decent weather, and the next thing you know, everything after that is just like, no, fuck you, it's cold again. Alright, so we are in the new zone finally. We got our new quest, and now I have... Let's see, do I even have... Hunt for Vela Colossae. Oh, that's right, yes. Jack Basalt, Vela's former quartermaster, has told you 3 former Darkstar mercenaries could aid you. That's right, this is the main goal. We need to find each of the mercenaries to take back, so we can help get Vela Colossae. You've been visited by a ghost who claims to have known Vela in her former life. She says that if you wish to understand the woman who her fate is bound to, you should seek the destroyed manor somewhere in the northeastern edge of Hollowshire. I don't know if that's where I currently am. Hollowshire Cartography. Skull asks you to locate 4 landmarks of Hollowshire. Mark them by equipping the cartography notebook. Yeah, I have. In Quill Village, you met a young man called Lud, who spoke of Quill's failing crops. Okay, that's where we're currently in Quill, yes. And how the villages are being driven to illegal god worship. Waymaster Coleridge is trying to stop this. You should speak to him for more information. So I need to find a Waymaster Coleridge. Let's see, can I actually trigger that and put that on there? I think I'm going to have to remember where all this stuff is, and I don't really remember it, so, oh boy, we're going to be hitting baseline. Oh no, it's been, like, what, 5 days? I completely forgot everything now. These things are still about. This is something. Assumably I don't have the thing I need for it, because it doesn't seem to be magically locked. Or magically linked. You see an old beggar wrapped in rags against the cold. Pal, excuse me, pal. You know where my house is? Sorry, did you just ask me where your house is? The beggar looks confused, like they didn't expect you to actually stop. Oh, I did. I'm so sorry to bother a fine citizen such as yourself. Only I can't seem to find it anywhere. You need to lay off the mushrooms, friend. I should be going. Don't you know where your own house is? They look abashed. King's Troop, pal, I have no clue. I know I had one somewhere in the upper city. I just can't seem to recall any of the details. How do you know you had one then? The beggar delves into the rags around their neck and produces an ornate key on a string, holding it up on their blackened fingernails like a talisman. Because I've got this. Could you just try it on some doors? Where'd you get the key from? It's mine. I swear by the king. I've always had it. Had it in my pocket. And I remember, see? I remember my first night on the streets. It was like a nightmare. I knew I had a house only the night before. I didn't know shit about sleeping rough. I kept thinking tomorrow I'll surely find it. Tomorrow this will be over. Well, that was 2 years ago. The beggar clings to the key like a childhood doll. Gotta be around here somewhere. Could you just try it on some doors? Oh, I tried plenty. Turns out nobody likes you doing that without asking first. And if you do ask first, nobody lets you. They all thought I was mad. Now the militia know my face, so it's tough for me to leave these conduits. At least it's warmer down here where the steam pipes are. The beggar clings to the key, like a childhood doll. Gotta be around here somewhere. I must go, but I can give you some coin. Oh, no, don't bother yourself. All I need is to find my house, and I'll be grand. Get me old job back, and get me back on my feet. I don't know how much coins I have. Here, take 20. Wait, but their eyes well up, torn between shame and gratitude. Thank you, pal. I promise when I find my house, I will pay you double, triple. I'll give you a bell whenever you need it. Pull me a drive anytime. Yeah, I think I'm like loaded on money, so I don't really care. Okay, 322. Not exactly loaded, but yeah, I got plenty. But she's in the way buying things in this game isn't like I'm loaded on like I just need like equipment and upgrading weapons and stuff. Everything else is completely full. I got potions for days, baby. That's right, I got a new weapon too. I had like fully upgraded that old rusty sword, but now I actually have a weapon. That's not, didn't used to be a rusty sword. And this one is still upgradable too. Alright, so my guess is something that maybe there's something really is affecting people. Like maybe that really is, he did completely have a house and just forgot about it and just has been unable to find it. Maybe there's something is messing with people. Who are you? The woman is guarding a bucket of water, set down on the ground in the machinery when she sees you and she tenses up. King's grace to ye, citizens. Don't mind me, I've nothing worth stealing. Why are you hiding here with a bucket of water? I'm not hiding. I'm warming it, aren't I? These pipes turn right in the machinery. And here, look. She grabs your hand and holds it against the metal pipe for a few seconds. It's hot. Wouldn't be right to refuse a gift from the king, now would it? I'm just making sure nothing is wasted. Neat. Is there like a hidden thing back here? I mean, good idea, actually. There's a little bit of extra water coming out. Hey, be my guest. Steal it all. It's a goddamn robot anyway. I don't think he's drinking it. Want your cock? You look like a cove with all the finer things, and it you're down in the conduits all want. You're not afraid of walking the wild side. Upon me name, these are the finest curiosities in all this blessed land. Going for a song. Just don't ask where they came from, and we'll get along fine. Oh, speaking of stores. Sure. Catch you later, old cock. Great name. There's no need for foul language, thank you very much. Let's call it perusing my collection, shall we? Now, did you want something more? You just wasting my time. Sure, let's see your collection. Poison knives, poison shurikens, bombs, and poison, and more lockpicks, but I don't normally need to buy lockpicks and load up on those. Okay, so if I wanted to buy tons of poison weaponry, this would be my guy. I got my fine sword, fine bow. Here, you can take some treasure. Am I wearing plate armor? I think I am wearing plate armor. I have an additional 324 gold if I ever wanted to just yeet all of mine. If I just wanted to yeet them out. Okay. So if I wanted a bunch of poison weaponry and poison, I can buy it from him. That's right. escape doesn't actually get you out of the menus in this game. Let's see, Q, yeah, Q is the weapon swap. Yeah. The guard is shouting with a frenetic energy at anyone passing by. Move along, stop your gawping. Whatever's above you is not your concern. Now, I think I was already in each of these stores. And I even stole their shit. I just got to see if there's anything else in this city that I can run into that I actually need, or I gotta like remember what quests I was on, or what quests I'm supposed to be doing, or where I'm supposed to be going for said quests. It's all lost upon me at this point. So this is where if I wanted potions during the day, I could buy them. That's the big King's Clock Tower. The Sovereign is not pleased with us, friend. The signs are everywhere, if you know where to look. By only redoubling our efforts and rooting out the disloyal among us, may we win back His Majesty's trust. Long live the King! Long live the King. Don't you mean beat, oop? Well, maybe this is where Bucket Lady lives. Make sure not to waste anything, huh? Sealed by an unseen device. Okay, so this is possibly magic open door. Aha! Ooh, fine ore. Nice. They eye you up and down suspiciously. I ain't seen you around here before. Not a resident, I'll warrant. I have no business with someone here. No, I have business with someone here. No, I'm a friend. Actually, I just moved in. They appraise you cautiously. Right. Welcome to the icebox, then. My condolences. Name's Cower. I solve problems around here, and I look after folk. Guess that includes you. Let's see. Boilers are busted right now. Maybe in number 4's got extra blankets if you need them. And you get hold of anything to burn, you share it around, and we'll do the same for you. Folks here look after each other. Last thing, we don't want any problems in this building. Things are hard enough without the King's wrath coming down on us. You get involved in anything funny, you keep it to yourself. These are good people, you understand? They don't deserve no trouble. Don't make none, and you'll be just fine. Who put you in charge here? Don't see a Mechanicus brooch. How's everyone doing here? Any advice for a new neighbor? Let's see. Okay, this is just the same thing she just said. Who put you in charge? I don't see a Mechanicus brooch. Cower snorts. I'm just an ordinary resident like anyone else. A little thing being called a good neighbor. You might try it sometime. You want something from me? How is everyone doing here? Can't complain, but I'm worried about Josip in number 28. Oh, yeah. He left, what's his name's mother, and... Well, he went to be a pirate, so we'll find him eventually. In number 28, cold bad's enough for the main building, let alone in the floater. Cold's bad enough in the main building, let alone in the floater. Okay, that is, yeah. If you come across any spare fuel, you let me know. Hey, don't you notice something weird about this building? Weird? Like what? Like newcomers asking funny questions? The room numbers go up to 28, but there's only 5 rooms. They pause to digest this. It's clear they haven't thought about it before. Huh. Now that you mention it, that is weird. Of course, there's a call in the middle of the stream, of course. Okay. And I'm back again because, God, having a stream that I don't have a phone call from a goddamn family member is never happening. They shrug. Probably just another little royal whoopsie, assigning room numbers that don't make no sense. Typical. You want something from me? King's favor to you, Quar. Okay, so good. I'm glad that we're at least mentioning that there is something special going on here, maybe. Like these extra rooms that are meant to be here but are not. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to break open your house. Although nothing really broke, so. It's an awful shame about poor Nadia. My heart breaks for her mother. I hope she gets through it. We're all rooting for her. What's wrong with Nadia? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you a friend? Nadia's very sick. Can't even get out of bed. If you dropped by to wish her well, I'm sure her mother would appreciate it. The resident's accent is rather well-heeled compared to the neighbors. Perhaps you already met the redoubtable Citizen Quar. They've got a little fierce sometimes, but don't take it personally. They're just trying to do the right thing. When Uncle Joseph's room split off the building, we got no warning, none whatsoever. Now I have to wince up supplies, 2 in a bucket. You wouldn't believe the bribes you have to pay for a lather around here. Can he even get out of his room, or are you just bringing stuff up to him in a bucket? The boiler is a death trap, but they'll get my son. But will they get my son to look at it? No. That'd be tampering with royal property in 3 days in the stocks. Only a bona fide mechanist with a work order from the king is authorized to fix it. But how do you get one of those? That's right. No, another bloody petition. We'll all be frozen solid by the time they get to us. I mean, at least he got a fire. I assume it's burning on gas because there's nothing in there. Nice little tub. Moin, the lady in number 12 snores like a sky barge engine. I should know. I fix it. Hey, damn, you guys missed $3 just kind of hanging around. The middle-aged woman looks worn down to the bone, with bags under her eyes and deep worry lines in her forehead. Her jet black hair is unkempt, but held in place by a long ornamental pin of surprising finery. Oh, hello. Are you one of Nadia's pals? I'm afraid she's not seeing anyone right now. Is she alright? Looks like she's out for the count. Something about your manner seems to cut her, and when she speaks her voice cracks as if she's about to cry. No, she's not alright. The woman closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. I apologize, stranger. You're not seeing me at my best just now. I am Nadia's mother, Yasmin. This last month, I've been full-time full-time carer as well? Career? No, it is car. Full-time carer as well. It's those bottled visions, you see.
What about the bottled visions?
Our family has a rough few years, and there wasn't much joy in our lives. So when Nadia first started getting into visions, I was happy for her. Then she began spending all her free time dreaming. Soon she was sleeping until noon, missing work. Now she barely wakes up at all, and she's never lucid when she does. She can't work, she can't feed herself, but she does need food and fuel to keep warm. With all these summoning glitches, I have to pay cash on the black market, and we're down to the last dregs of our savings. Yasmin shrugs despairingly. I just don't know how we can survive for much longer.
Isn't it some kind of treatment? You mentioned your family had a rough time lately.
Pardon my ignorance, but what are bottled visions? It's a good question. There's such a fact of life here in the kingdom that I never really thought about it. The first bottled vision I ever tried turned out to be somebody's nightmare. all clacking scissored teeth and cold sweat. Why anyone would bottle such a horrible dream, I've no idea, but it put me off for them for good. My brother Yusef says most of them aren't like that, though. He's a real aficionado. Honestly, it makes me wonder whether there's some addictive streak that runs in our family. She shrugs. But people don't exactly like to talk about that sort of thing, you know? Especially when the vision industry has such a strong backing from the king. Is there some kind of treatment? Yasmin throws up her hands in frustration. I don't know! I'm not an alchemist or any kind of vision expert. We petitioned the king for a doctor to visit, but with the things the way they are, it'll be months before we hear back. Maybe I could help Nadja find a doctor? The tentative hope is kindled in her eyes. Would you? Yes, you could try Vidal, the vision trader, about it. I doubt I could face him myself without knocking his lights out and trashing his shop. Vidal must have kept cases about Nadja before. If there's any way to help her, he surely knows. She arches her eyebrows, and if he refuses, you tell him he'll answer to me. Yasmin makes her best attempt at a smile. Was there anything else you wanted? Where would I find Vidal's vision shop? Oh, that's easy. It's a bit of a landmark, a central fixture of this town. She snorts bitterly. It's not far from here. Just opposite the mechanarium, besides the steps that lead to the front of the lower city. Yasmin makes her best attempt at a smile. Is there anything else you wanted? That's all for now. Good luck to you both. Okay, so it's probably the thing that I think looks like a potion shop, and it's covered in all purple crap. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can jump up on the railing and then try to go over there, but no, that's not how that works. Alright, so hopefully it's not nighttime anymore and that person's back at their place. Or I could just, you know, ransack their shit. That's my lockpick. Ooh, nice, fine ore. I don't think fine ore is the highest one. I think it's iron, fine, and then I think there's one more above that. But I will take some fine. Huh. The big gaping hole in the back there. And I guess if it is too late and they're not open, I do need to sleep anyway. My stamina is slowly counting down. Nice, free stamina potion. Ah! Okay, it wouldn't let me jump over the railings. There really is like a barrier there. But luckily I wasn't that far from the ground anyway. Does my room still count here? I don't even remember where I was sleeping. Okay, I can't rest. Alright, so I have to pay for it again. Rooms for rent. 5 coins, we'll take it. I'll hit you up too, just in case. Yeah, we'll just sleep till the morning. Alrighty. Nice brand new day of pure red. Still looks so cool. I've been playing another game in my free time. It's called Enshrouded. It's like a survival crafting game. And I do gotta say, it has some of the most beautiful forests I've ever actually seen, like realistic looking forest. Like there's so much, there's foliage on the ground, the trees are growing large and filling in. It looks like actual walking into a forest. It looks really great. Gameplay is okay too. Okay, I might be underselling it. Gameplay is still pretty good, but it's still in early-ish access. It has some rough patches, but not that much. It's a pretty good survival crafting game to play around with, at least. So it's definitely filling in some of my extra free time, since Turtle WoW is no longer around. It also turns out that Turtle WoW, the devs, are going to be trying to make their own MMO, so I'm going to assume it's going to take a bunch of years, and then they might just fail, but you know what? At least I'll get to know if it happens or not. The fact that they are at least trying feels nice. Love to see what they actually do, if they even do. Because I know it also takes like lots of financing to do something like that, so who knows. But if they do manage to pull it off, judging from the content they did for Turtle WoW, it's going to be really good. The shopkeeper has his nose buried in a giant ledger. "Thanks, blessings, citizens. I'll be with you when he glances up and takes a double take. God's teeth, a new customer?" The shopkeeper seizes your hand and shakes it vigorously. "Welcome, welcome, dear citizen. I'm Vidal, the foremost fully licensed vision trader in Ferropolis. I dare say the Clockwork Kingdom." You're still shaking my hand. "Oh, my sincere apologies, citizen. It's just so exciting to see a new face in here. Forgive me for not standing up. These legs haven't been the same since the God War. So what's your fancy? A dream of flying? Lightlessness and freedom of the wing? A reverie of vanished past? Or, for the daring soul, a nightmare so chilling your waking life will seem like a bliss?" I'm here on behalf... okay, you know what? Let's see what visions you're selling. Passionate bottled vision. A perfect copy of a single vivid dream. These lurid fantasies are subject to the feverish moral debate of the Union. This one is by B. Morzep, containing aristocratic nostalgia for scenes of an erotic nature. These lurid fantasies are a subject of a feverish moral debate in a union. This one is by Karl von Prep and contains scenes of mild anxiety and spiders. These lurid fantasies are subject of feverish moral debate in the Union. This one is by Horace Metcalf and contains scenes of moderate peril and frequent daredevilry. Alright, we're buying the horny one. Why not? Do it. There you go. Now that we've done that. Actually, I come for information. How intriguing. Perhaps I can help. I'm looking for a Darkstar mercenary. Seen one? Can you tell me more about the vision trade? I'm looking for a Darkstar mercenary. You seen one? A mercenary? King's Grace? No. There was a fellow named Caxton Frost who ran off to join some band of sky pirates. That was the Darkstars, I think. However, he met a stinky end when the leader made him walk the plank. Vidal's expression brightens as he apprehends a sales opportunity. Of course, if you're interested in sky battles and such like, we have plenty in stock. It's quite a common fantasy. Let's see. Palanquins, penis thieves, pirates. Would you like to be one? Fight one? Romance one? Be menaced by one? Be menaced and romanced by one? Attend university with one? Play chess with one? Inexplicably find yourself naked with one? Or something else? Romancing a pirate sounds interesting. Who wants to play chess with pirates? Who wants to play chess with pirates? Why, it was in last month's Metcalf, and those are very popular. You're lucky, we've only just received this latest. If you wanted another day to ask me, they'd be already sold out. Why are Metcalf's visions so popular? Metcalf is the best in the business. Exquisite imagination. All those little details you would never think to imagine. It's like he's really been a buccaneer. Vidal leans in conspiratorially. But would you like to know his secret? I've met the man, and I can categorically tell you, Horace Metcalf is an ordinary human being like the rest of us. Just goes to show there's a limit to dreams, eh? How very interesting. I'd love to meet him. I'm afraid that's not at liberty to divulge his address. But visions can stir up powerful emotions, you understand. Some people get a little fixated on one supply or another, best for everyone that dreams stay dreams. And I will say that this lives outside the city, so it's too far. So it's far too dangerous for you to go searching for him. Did you have another question? Okay, so Horace Metcalf will be somewhere outside the city. Can you tell me more about the vision trade? Visions are the kingdom's premier export, thanks to our unique aplomb for the thermo technology. The siphoning and distillation apparatus is quite affordable, and almost anyone can become a dreamwriter if they apply themselves. Naturally, the Apostolic Union despises it. They say it distracts the serfs from their drudgery and fills their heads with dangerous ideas. But no matter how many shipments they intercept, they can't prevent people from dreaming. As for the supposed side effects, I can assure you that chronic one-ironism? How are you supposed to actually pronounce that? Is it one-ironism? One-ironism? Or do you literally say it out one-ironism? One-ironism is exceedingly rare and easily avoided as long as you dream responsibly. Did you have another question? Thanks, you've been very helpful. What else can I do you for? I'm here on behalf of a customer named Nadja. Nadja? Why, yes, she's a regular of mine. One of my best customers, actually. But I haven't seen her in weeks. Is anything the matter? It's not good. I'm afraid she's very sick. Fidel's face falls into an expression of horror as you explain the situation. Oh. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear. I, read about that happening, of course. I just never... I mean, nobody I know. Look, I don't know anything about this. I'm just a shopkeeper, you understand? You're well connected in the vision trade. You must know someone who can help. And I meant to believe that you didn't notice your best customer was an addict. Vidal looked sick to his stomach. What? No, I mean, it's not my place to tell people that they can't and can't do this, is it? King knows I never wanted to do them any harm. Dr. Pripp, that's the man you want. He's a medical genius and quite a canny businessman. He invented much of the technology that sustains our trade. I know he's been studying dream sickness very closely. Pripp runs out the Royal Vision Works in the Cloud Pine Oblast. It's in the far northeast of the kingdom. It's its own little island out beyond the mountains. I'm sure he'll have some treatment or elixir for poor Nadja. Vidal sides, sounding rather less chirpy than usual. Well, what else can I do for you today? Well, you can't do anything for me now anyway. Tell your father Vegeta hi. I think that's how that works in DBZ. I'm pretty sure there's a character named Videl somewhere. Kakarot! Get out of my dreams, Kakarot! The surface of the notice board is entirely lost beneath layer and layer. Missing persons. Look at Oleg's notice again. Read through the other notices. The notice is written in the back of a royal petition slip, seemingly by several different hands. Missing 2 months. 8th NG 71, retired plumber. Last seen visiting Quarshire, the clother. Dark hair plus little brown skin. Foul of mouth and smokes like a chimney. Argues bitterly on any point at which she takes offense, and cannot by any means be reasoned with or pacified. The daughter of Hercule. Okay. I just heard the V in there. I'm like, that's a vegetable. Has to be. Much missed by her 3 children, 14 grandchildren, 6 great-grandchildren, and 7 mummerbirds. Please send word of any sightings to Chartreuse, NGCO, Amaret, Quar, Rampart. Okay. Look at Oleg's notice again. The notice appears relatively new, written in spidery hand. Dear child, I don't know why I'm writing this. I don't know who you are. I don't even remember your name. I just know there is a hole in my life and nothing fills it. If you are real, please come home. I want to feel right again. Oleg Ignorovich. Notice gives directions to a house on the northeast islet of Ferropolis. Access via the city's rear gate. Okay. Alright, so I got a couple things of having to go outside. Now, how much more to town there is? Like, where does this actually take me? Was this just to the... Okay, this is taking me down. 5 days I've been kipping here now. They say I'm accused of stealing my true name, that I can't enter Ferropolis till the king has resolved my case. But I don't know how any case. I've lived here all my life. They won't tell me anything else because they can't be sure I'm really me. They want me to file the petition, but I can't do that until they let me in. It's madness. I think they're just going around the long way of telling you to stay the fuck out. I think they're banishing you the long way, man. That's right. I can talk anything. I can talk my way past anything. I do love the fact that I just have a hat. I just have a hat and it just lets me do whatever the fuck I want. Convince people something? Well, you are wearing a merchant hat. You might as well go in. Alright, so if we go to the map. Oops. So we're all the way over here. The quest I tagged is in Ferropolis. But one of the places that we have to go is this island up here. So I believe that is then this mountain. And then we go this way. Ooh, am I gonna have to... Yeah, probably go around. Oh, look, a mine. I'll take... Yeah, there's the good ore. Oh, no, that's just iron ore. Oh, never mind. Maybe fine ore is the good one, then. Do I actually have... Like, is that what this is? No, this is a fine sword, fine bow, steel great sword. Okay. I don't think the fine sword was upgraded to its fullest form. It doesn't matter. I don't think fine ore is the best. I think there's one other form of ore that's better. I just need to find more of it again. Or I don't think I ever had any of the good stuff. Oh, perfect. There we go. The patrol console is caked with dirt and dust. A spider skitters away into the hole where the indicator light has been torn out. Nobody has been here for a long time. Amidst the decay, you spy a keypad with 6 round keys. Enter a code at random. The machine beeps nastily at you. Alright, so I need a code to get up this. And this... Okay, I'm all the way here. So I would need to go back to Upper Ferropolis and cross to get out the back entrance. I went down. Alright. And then they have a bridge here that they destroyed. And I can go back down there if I wanted to get more. I think there's a path down there. Oh yeah, 'cause there's a whole bunch more of this area over there. Oh, that's not like a melted bridge. It's actually the water running over the edge. Okay. Damn. You got a waterfall here that just goes off into the old world underneath? Damn. Well, I guess all that... I'm surprised you haven't plugged this up. All that water is just gone. Never coming back, I guess. Unless it still evaporates down there when it rains. Does water down there evaporate and rain up here? Or is it, like, gone down there? I'd be scared that water ain't coming back. Something noticed me, or... What's that up there? Could just be extra purple. Or pink, or fuchsia, whatever you want to call it. Oh no, it's the ghost lady. She nods. A noble sentiment for sure, but the road to radical change is slippery with blood, and reliability and reality is never as sweet as our dreams. Okay. Oh, no, this is just where I landed. Okay. This is where we landed with the ship captain. Yeah, yes. So that means I have pretty much reliably explored everything here then. Because I did go up to the second bridge. That's where there's a crashed airship. I got to here but wasn't able to get in there yet. Or I looked around a bit, wasn't able to get in there. So I think someone down here is... So who down here was the dream? Oh, no, the dreams, I guess, were back here. Yeah, okay. Let's see. I know I talked to the guy here. Did he actually have a quest for me to do at any time? Let's see. Soft now, O moonlight, pull thyself in poor yard's hands. Have I not been good to thee? What, wisp, not scared of a little rhyme? Where do people go? How long has winter been here now? Was there ever a former Darkstar mercenary around here? I think I already asked that one. You take care of the one. I don't think I was in the substation. You gonna attack me or Yep. Ah, damn it. Attention all citizens. This is the utmost gravity that you immediately report all signs of corruption to the proper authorities in your district. Know these omens. Unusual behavior or physical defects among livestock and other animals. Confusion in finding your way through familiar places. Mirages of eye and ear. Taste or smell of lilac where there is no lilac. Long live the king. Damn, I'm glad the most threatening one is... Oh, damn, I think I smell lilac. Unseen device. Okay. But yeah, I was wondering if that one guy who thought he knew where his house was and forgot might have been. Lore skills too low. No! I've been denied. To get more skills. So this is the very bottom of the city, huh? This disheveled citizen is muttering to themselves as they rake through the mud and muck underneath the town. Hello there. They startle.
Oh, hello, mate. Don't mind me. I'm just scratching out a living. You'll be surprised what flushes down here from those cozy folks in Ferropolis. Some may call it junk, but me, I calls it treasure.
Do you actually call it treasure? They shoot you a withering look.
Don't be stupid, it's bloody junk. I just say that to brownie sorts. They'll give me time of day. Everyone likes to see a peasant with an enterprise.
Good hunting to you. Yeah, I assume you don't make it to the Cloud District much. Let's see, was it down to that particular house there? Probably. Let's just take another view anyway, just in case. Alright, judging from that being locked, I guess I did not come up here. Also, free items. Alright, just a few items in here. Alright, so I guess the only thing to do is just go back up into town, and we'll take the back path out. What do you think is over there? Is that just, or yeah, I can go up here, and that leads here. But oh, if I keep going across the mountain, you can also. Okay. I might as well just do it that way instead of going back up in the city and getting lost. Everything's for sale. Speaking of Skyrim, I will be getting back to that again at some point and continuing the adventures of Grimm. So don't you worry, that will be coming back as well. I know I've been on that one before. Oh, still counts as farmland, huh? I should probably go back and watch my last stream of that, just so I know what I was doing. I know I had finally found my daughter, and she had made her life for herself as an innkeeper. And that's all I remember. And of course, I was doing a bunch of the Zelda quests that I got from that one pack. And I still think I'm missing some key pieces for that, because there's a lot of places that I can't go to. Since there's like some memory stones or whatever that are still blocking my way. As for everything else I was doing, well, those quests will at least be saved in my memory hole. And the Assassins one was complete, so I don't have to worry about those Assassins anymore. Got cannon up there gonna snipe me. Oh shit! Oops. Where'd it go? There it is. Oh shit! It got taken out with one. Damn, I got taken out with one arrow? I don't think I hit it with my sword before I fell, did I? Damn, you're a good bow. Let's see, how would you actually get here the other way? Oh, you can't. So is this a lie? Yeah, there isn't actually another way of connecting these two. So what the hell is that thing on my map saying? It lied to me. Just gonna yoink that. You might as well hit the edge, right? Right. Who needs lockpicks? I've got sword. And lockpicks. Ooh, nice. More fine ore. Okay, game's throwing me tons of fine ore now. But I need an actual weapon to upgrade with it. Yeah, damn. How do I... No, that didn't actually. No, I have so many arrows, even if I accidentally lose one every once in a while. Who cares? Okay, so this is a bridge that looks like it would go over. But it's over nothingness. Except we do know that there is something on that other side. Okay. But we can't lower it. So the only way really to get around this is to go from that crane. I wonder if that opens up from this way and drops it down. Probably. Okay, so this is assumably one that doesn't work until I call it from the other end, or is this the end that it works from? Which, if it does work from this end, there's nothing down here, why would it? Oh, it actually does get to work from the side. Nice. Usually the downside isn't meant for going up. Usually you have to be up before having to go down. Well, don't worry, Stormpike. Got that last one. I have. We have your seal of quality on it. We know it will be good. I did enjoy the last one a lot, actually. So, yeah, you could do a bit more serious. I will not say no. Yeah, you can keep that funny in there with a little bit more seriousness. Because we know you can lay in on the memes when you need to. Secret lockpick.
Clover votes betray.
Hello, don't mean to barge in. In fact, actually, I do mean to barge in. Hey, just gonna steal some stuff out of your house. It'll be fine, don't worry. Just ignore me. Just ignore me, will you? Okay, let's see. Does the fine steel sword... It does upgrade to a fine greatsword using the fine stuff we've got. So I think we will do it. I did just get a whole bunch of fine ore. Let's see. And then, yeah, that's the last bit. The Emberian. The Emberian stuff. Yes, yes. Okay. So the fine is just Emberian. And the old one I had, yeah, okay, we're good. It's 15 damage, 18 damage, so it is 3 damage more. Oh, that's why the fine bow was doing so much damage. Its power is 30. God damn. All right. And then this needs the fine silk. That needs fine silk. And that just needs regular silk. You know what? I'll upgrade just to upgrade it. The citizens of the Apostolic Union place a high value on appearance, so shopkeepers should look upon you more favorably. And that's alchemy, which I don't need right now. Oh no, my luck. Aha, okay. So these are just a whole bunch of dreams. I'll wait till I take one of these until they probably tell me like a quest or something maybe. The man has a wiry strength about him, the kind that comes from years of hard work outdoors. You must be here to see Horus. Well, our home is your home, however humble. Thank you for your hospitality. Farewell. This elegant-looking man appears lost in reverie, humming soft to himself. He has a youthful face despite his growing crow's feet, and his voice is as gentle as if it were murmuring to a sleeping babe. Oh, hello there. Where have you come from? You're certainly on the road less traveled. He calls out behind you. Sam, would you be an angel and go brew some more tea? We have a guest. Very kind. I didn't catch your name, Mr. Goodness gracious, where are my manners? I'm Horace Metcalf, lodger, childminder, and general factum hereabouts. I also have a little sideline as a weaver of dreams, I suppose, which has been surprisingly successful. You're welcome to stay a while and rest your feet. I'm sure Samoa will be happy to fix some refreshments. He takes a dainty sip from his porcelain teacup. So, to what do we owe this serendipitous visit? Tell me a little bit about yourself. I look for industrial mercenary. Vidal's Vision Trader sent me a huge admirer of yours. Tell me a bit about yourself. Scats little detail, I fear. I've lived in the Clockwork Kingdom all my life, and jolly glad I am for it too. My health keeps me from roaming, but Samor has made me feel quite at home. As aforementioned, I also dabble with brewing bottled visions. I specialize in dreams of adventure upon the turbulent skies, aerial battles, swashbuckling duels, and other such daring do. Judging by the letters I receive, they're quite popular. He takes a dainty sip from his porcelain cup. So how else may be of service? I'm looking for a Dark Star mercenary. Metcalf's face lights up with enthusiasm. Ah, the Dark Star Company! What a thrilling topic! I simply can't stop reading about them. The grizzled Jack Basalt and the enigmatic Emberian. Not forgetting the terrifying Vela Colosse herself. Of course, Caxton Frost is one best known here in the kingdom. He was a famed antiquarian and considered one of our brightest minds, so his defection was quite a scandal.
Alas, he chose the wrong side of a mutiny and was incarcerated by one of his own compatriots.
You're unusually informed about the Dark Stars. How do you know so much about all this? Some of your facts are off. He looks bashful.
Ah, well, you mustn't think in any kind of expert, you see. Making bodily visions isn't the writing a book. You cannot control whether the slumbering mind wanders. You can only influence by choosing what fodder it will chew on. Since visions are such a vital industry, the king permits me to access literature from abroad. News pamphlets, ships, schematics, Janus's Mercenary Weekly.
Janus's Mercenary Weekly.
Even those silly caddish Rakehill books I devour every inch of reading material I can find. Although,
It seems like he wants to say more, but then shakes his head.
well, I'll stop there. I'm an artist, must keep something in his pocket, eh?
I've actually met Jack Basalt myself. Why don't we exchange notes? But your visions are so realistic, even Vidal says so. Surely it's not all just from books. Mr. Metcalf, I swear by the king that I won't tell a soul. Well, I have my very special hat. Yeah, success. Thank you, my hat. This seems to put him at ease, and he laughs a little.
Oh, jolly well said. Well, I suppose there's no harm in it, as long as it's only between us. The truth is, I did not choose these visions. I am plagued by them. Dreams of gleaming sails and burning citadels, the stench of gun smoke and the taste of blood. I hope that bottling them might somehow pacify them, but still they come. Sometimes I dream of things I cannot possibly know, of mushroom-covered ruins in the flickering light of star shell, or watching Sirrah squid frolic over the prow, or sailing through the glittering forest of a siren's jelly tentacles, of kinship forged in battle, baptized in hellfire. And then there's the Ashen Woman. That's what I call her. She seems to be a recurring character. Of course, those bottles stay locked in my private collection. Somehow it doesn't feel safe to expose the public to her. Even now I see her, with hair like snow and eyes like twin volcanoes, bold, passionate, sardonic, yet pensive somehow. Her left hand holds the seed of all our futures, while her right hand holds the sword that ends the world.
As Metcalf continues his description, all remaining doubts leave your mind. Somehow you know exactly who he's describing. Veta. Metcalf's teacup pauses on the way to his mouth.
I beg your pardon?
That's Vela. You're describing Vela Colossae. He lowers the teacup slowly back to his saucer.
I am. I mean, I suppose I've seen her wood cut often enough. What of it?
I think you know, Mr. Metcalf, or should I say, Caxton Frost. Metcalf blinks several times.
Frost? What does he have to do with... By gum, you can't possibly think I'm this Frost character, can you?
You had me fooled at first, but your dreams gave you away. Only someone who's met Vela could describe her so vividly.
Surely you're mistaken. How would we have ever met? If this is some sort of prank, I'm afraid I find it rather poor taste. Listen, I'm only an ordinary chap with an overactive imagination. I don't know anything about mercenaries or adventurers. My visions may be realistic, but they're pure fantasy. This is all just a silly misunderstanding.
Drop the act. We both know you're not just some bumbling naif. What if it's not just fantasy? What if those visions really happened? Those visions had come from a dark star. Are they not yours? Had to come from a dark star. Are they not yours?
I swear upon my good name at the king's that these visions come from between my own two ears. How I wish it were otherwise some nights. But I would never commit such a fraud against my customers. I abhor those awful dream factories. Stay here and watch me bottle them if you wish. You can verify the entire production process. Now please, can't you see I'm telling the truth? What more must I do to convince you?
A faint rattling of porcelain emanates from his cup and saucer. His hands are shaking. If you don't talk, the world will be destroyed. If you don't talk, I'll be drawn and quartered. If you don't talk, I'll make you talk. If you don't talk, the world will be destroyed.
But how, for pity's sake? How can I admit something that isn't true? Dash it all to blazes!
He throws up both hands in desperation.
I am not Caxton Frost!
There's a moment of silence, only broken by the steady dripping of the tea that just splashed across the wall. You really believe you're Horace Metcalf, don't you? Now I see. The Clockwork King has erased your memory. The Clockwork King has erased your memory.
What? Don't be absurd. The king can't do that. I know there's rumors, but that's all just Union disinformation. What a jolly horrid day. This is going to affect my dreams for weeks. A new direction for Horace Metcalf. That's what they'll say.
Horace, listen to me. Your whole identity is a fiction. You were a Dark Star, but someone has erased your memory. Now I need your help to save the world. Frost, if you can hear me in there, you must break free. I'll just leave you alone. Horace, listen to me. Your whole identity is a fiction. He sighs deeply.
You really are strange. Do you know that?
Clearly this conversation has hit a wall. We'll need to find some other way of jogging Metcalf's memories. That private vision stash he mentioned must be the key, but where in the house is he keeping it?
You mean that place I already found?
Teehee, teehee, teehee. Yeah, I miss tents. I didn't like how they changed them before. I really wish tents stayed the preeminent EXP boosting system instead of making it inns. And it just kind of threw off like everybody gathered around underneath tents out in front of the cities just having fun. But it did make a bunch of inns a bit more valuable around the city, so. But yeah, basically the guy who's been making visions is apparently the Dark Star we're looking for, which is why he has such vivid dreams of pirates. But it sounds like the Clockwork King might have erased his memories, and we're trying to make him remember who he is. A ghostly light ripples from within each bottle, their contents swirling like mist. Evidently, this is Horace Metcalf's private vision stash. His labeling system is meticulous, and you quickly locate a bottle marked "Not for Distribution" that mentions the Ashen Woman. You take the bottle.
What a jolly horrid day. This is going to affect my dreams for weeks. A new dark direction for Horace Metcalf, that's what they'll say.
Frost, if you can hear me in there, you must break free.
Confound it all! Be gone from here, you fudge-headed fiend! Brute! Blackguard! Blistering bell-bottom bounder!
Clearly this conversation has hit a wall. You'll need to find some other way of jogging Metcalf's memory. The private vision stash you mentioned must be the key, but where in the house is he keeping it? So, do I... Samuel glares at you suspiciously.
Horace tries to hide it, but I can tell he's rattled. What did you say to him? Why are you harassing him like this?
I have reason to believe Horace is more than he seems. Do you know any way into the corrupted lands? Don't worry, that's all. Samuel listens to your explanation with increasing confusion.
Dark stars? The Underlands? Horace? Listen, you've got it all wrong. Comically, cosmically wrong. Evidently you don't know much about Horace, but I do. The idea that he'd been mixed up with this nonsense is preposterous. The man wouldn't hurt a fly, and even if he wanted to, he wouldn't know how. Now, will you leave us in peace?
Do you know a way into the corrupted lands?
King's arse, why would you want to go there? The whole place is under quarantine. Since the bridge is closed, I suppose you'd have to find some way across the Great Trench, south of the mountains. But listen, if you do go trespassing, don't you dare come back here afterward. I won't let you put us at risk. Now, will you leave us in peace?
Don't worry, that's all. Alright, so I have the thing, but how do I get him to take the dream? Am I able to show up at night? Oh, what's this? It's a music box of rare and intricate design. Its lid depicts pastoral scenes of ordinary mortals working and relaxing together, finely inlaid with iridescent chitin and mother of cloud pearl. However, there doesn't seem to be any music in it. Leave it alone. Didn't I pick up a music scroll at some point? I swear I did, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so I have the dream. Do I use it? Let's see. Passionate bottle vision. Bittersweet bottle vision. This one is by Anonymous. It contains scenes of tenderness and devastating heartbreak. Be more resolved. It contains scenes of surreal divinity and moderate dread. There, Metcalf vision. A bottle vision from the private stash of Horace Metcalf contained a clue to his missing past. To see what it contains, you'll have to consume the bottle yourself. You drift into a restless sleep. You're climbing through the skeleton of a titanic machine. Above you, the ashen woman pauses on a rusted clavicle to guide you with a cocky grin.
Come on, slow coach. You forget to oil your legs.
That's right. You're Horace Metcalf now, not whoever you were before. You watch Vela input some kind of code, and the Titan's brain case opens so you can clamber on out. Then she takes your hand, gives it a reassuring squeeze, and you both lift off the ground. You fly over the corrupted lands, light as a leaf on the wind. In the distance is a dead city, the charred bones exposed to the desolate sky, growing ever larger as you spiral downwards its gates. Query, any last words? Says the Clockwork King, its voice like a cyclone of blowflies and broken glass. You feel your heartbeat quicken. You do remember, don't you? The hard light of creation burns within the fallible flesh. Alas, we who wish to lay the grounds of kindness could not ourselves be kind. I must obey the inscrutable exhortations of my soul. The hard light of creation burns within the fallible flesh. The king's mouth quivers open, its teeth dripping with blood, and you both walk through into darkness. When your eyes adjust, you find yourself in your childhood schoolroom. The room is half buried in compacted ash and a blackboard of palimpsest, of faded sums and slogans. Vela, wearing a schoolmaster's cap, throws a shovel at you. Well, boy, aren't you going to show us what you can do? You dig for hours, until you strike something brittle and crunchy. As you clear away more debris, you realize you're standing on a giant mirror, with cracks radiating out from where your blade hit home. You look so different from how you remember. Handsome, hard and imperious, standing fully upright, your legs encased in some kind of clockwork armor. You feel your heart pounding like a battering ram against your ribcage. Your reflection gives you a cruel, taunting smile. What's the matter, darling? Forget your line? You wake up breathless and drenched in sweat, your thoughts racing. You know where you must go. You know from the vision that flying over the corrupted lands of Vela, past the abandoned diggers, down to the very southeastern tip, to the lost city of Progress. That is where Horace's memories lie. Okay, so what you're saying is I just need to get over here and be able to cross the digging machine. So I need to get that code. Now, they did put the code in the vision. Does that mean I know the code myself now? Got Paradoxicus. I guess go over the mountain. And I do need to go up there too. Ooh, what do we have here? Alright, come on, you can roll me a good number. Infinite lockpick, don't fail me now. At least I rolled a 4 finally. It didn't count, but at least I rolled it. Ooh. The door needs a key. Okay. So there's something else locked in here too. I have to go down and back around to go up there. But maybe I need a quest that tells me to go back up there anyway, so no point in trying to bust through that now. Where's that lift? I get down from here again? You know what? We'll just do this. Whoop. Also, oh, I haven't seen it yet, but let me just, before it actually happens. Drink a stamina potion before I get my stats cut in half. Let's see if I do in fact know the code for my dream. Also, I went to visit... Oh yeah, oh that's right, the doctor, yes. That's probably if I go up there. You know what, let's do that first then. That's what's if I go, not there, but if I go all the way up here. I want to get to the doctor for the girl. The dreamer. Plot means nothing. Damn, how many more are in here? Or are they just like infinitely spawning? Damn, yeah, this bow is powerful. Holy hell. Very peaceful area. The old snow music and love the way they do the stars in this. The sun, the pulsing quasars. Right now I am just going up here for Morozov's tower. I still need to go down and follow the path, okay. To get to where the doctor's supposed to be. Ooh, not just an item, a really good one. For upgrading clothes. Upgrading clothes. I mean, it is Pride Month, I guess. The machine emits a buzz, then distorted human voice. Oh wait, nobody's home. Nobody's home, who are you? Please, I need shelter. I'm being pursued by rogue machines. If nobody's home, who are you? Bzz. Like I said, nobody. Nobody here. Nothing available. Get the picture? Maybe I want to talk to nobody about nothing. Is this what you do for fun? I'm closing this channel. There's a click, then silence. The door is tightly shut. Alright, I guess I need a quest to say something to the guy. Please, I need shelter. I'm being pursued by rogue machines. Wow, sorry to hear that. I'm rooting for you, though. Buzzing off. Okay. So, no, do I need to go further down? Or is that basically where I just need to go? No, I'll just take the stairs down. No reason to, like, try to slope it. Probably slope that, although I'll probably die, but you know what? Skyrim mountaineering, yay! Aha! Whew. There we go. Some more of the good stuff. Okay, that is a very elaborate clockwork bridge to keep these two floating islands together. I mean, I guess you need something big and sturdy to be able to hold floating islands like this. There's another mine I need to jump to, but before we do that, because if I die, I'm going to be teleported far away. Let me talk to the person I need to talk to first, since we're going to have to walk anyway. Give me that seed. Give it a bit of a mapping. Now we actually do have the stuff that's over here. Alright, Doctor, what you got hidden behind your house? Or under as well. So that needs a device. There's probably in there that leads out a hole outside. Interesting. But over here. Aha. Oh, and that probably opens up this side. Yeah, okay. Oh. The vision trade. Quest updated. Yasmin's daughter Nadja has fallen into an endless sleep due to a bottle vision addiction, leaving her family to the brink of ruin. You manage to find a way inside the Royal Vision Works. Here you've been told you might find a cure for Nadja. Now look for Dr. Prep. Oh, okay, so the front door probably wasn't going to be open in the first place. I love it when I just don't even check the front door. I'm just like, ooh, I found a secret. I'm in. Oh, they wouldn't let me pass the front door, probably. Oh. That's a conversation I'm not going to get unless I go back around right now. You know what? Maybe I can. Let's just do it just for science. The clerk trills a sing-song voice that she's clearly practiced hundreds of times. Hello, citizen. Welcome to the Royal Vision Works. Are you here for yourself or behalf of someone else? Someone else. Lovely. Now, I must inform you that we can't sign a contract without meeting the candidate in person or examining them that they're medically incapable. But I'm happy to walk you through the details. We have a number of positions open, with contracts ranging from the clockwork standard months to 12 years. How long were you thinking of staying? How long is a clockwork standard month again? She cuckles. She chuckles. Don't worry, you're not the first to ask. Lots of older folks still have trouble with the calendar. A clockwork month has 60 days. Counting day 0, of course. Sorry, what exactly are we talking about? Why, becoming a vision worker. That is what you're here for, isn't it? All our workers are provided room and board, along with top-notch medical care from the illustrious Dr. Pripp. Half the proceeds of their work are retained by the institution, and the other half is theirs to keep. You can have the money paid out twice monthly to a designated beneficiary, or held safely for you until your contract ends. And of course, all your work will be properly credited under your own name. Would you like to read through some example contracts? Or try a sample of patented sleeping draught? I'm not here to talk about becoming a worker. Look, pretend I'm a child. What is this place? No samples for me just now, thank you. I'm not here to talk about becoming a worker. She blinks. Oh, then are you here to see someone? I'm afraid I can only admit direct kin, or people named in the worker's directive letter. Look, pretend I'm a child. What is this place? Well, it's like I said, this is the Royal Vision Works. We make bottled visions. The clerk smiles coldly. If you're not here for any particular reason, I'm afraid I can't help you. I don't really have time for idle hobnobbing. No service for me now, thank you. Can I help you with anything else? Actually, I would like to talk about becoming a worker. No, thanks, that'll be all. Because I already have the secret we found. Damn right. And not just longsword, I'm showing off whole claymore here. You need 2 hands on this puppy. The slumbering citizens murmuring softly to themselves. You can't make out what they are saying, if indeed there are words at all. The technician is watching one of the sleepers with a pensive expression on their face. You know, sometimes I wonder what they're going through. It must be amazing in a way. From the outside, it looks like they're snoozing as soundly as a baby given gin to keep it quiet. But inside, they're living lives we can't barely imagine, full of wonder and terror. Haven't you ever tried one of their visions? Me? Oh no, I never touch the stuff. My friends think I'm weird, but maybe they'll feel the same after working here. The slumbering citizen is snorting like a beehive without any outward sign of interactivity. No, I would go right in there. However, what about the lockpick that's behind here? Ah, damn it. Yo, a fan of D20s, I see. And its own die roller and everything. A smell of jasmine lingers around the excessively well-kept man. A little round spectacles frame the cadaverous face, and neatly trimmed mustache nestles atop his lip. Well, well, there's something one doesn't see every day. A mystery visitor. I know all the names and faces of my workers, regular visitors, so I would warn you are here to see me. He gives you a small but theatrical bow. Dr. Karl von Pripp at your service, physician, visionary, and appointed steward of all the industrious dreamers who serve here. So, what brings you to the Royal Vision Works today? Droid weapon, this place is sick. I'm here to liberate the workers. What is this place? It looks like a hospital. It feels like a prison. I'm here on behalf of a woman who can't wake up. Nothing just now. See myself out. What is this place? It looks like a hospital, but feels like a prison. A prison? On the contrary, most of our workers come here of their own free will. The rest are far past the point of making their own decisions. Some come from desperate circumstances and wish to lift their relatives out of financial hole. Others are working to furnish their own future. Occasionally, a delinquent debtor will be given the choice of coming here instead of being gelded. Golded? A rare few of them are, to be blunt, simply tired of life. I hope even my detractors would agree that my patented ever-slip elixir is far preferable to suicide. And what does the royal part mean? We enjoy the letter patent from the glorious Clockwork King, which gives us a legal monopoly on exporting bottled visions outside the kingdom. Separately, I am chairman of the Wanerick Oversight Committee, which regulates the vision trade, licenses vision rights, and ensures that bottles of hazardous to public morals are taken off the shelves. It is a duty that I take exceedingly seriously. How else can I be of service? We hear about a woman who can't wake up. Dr. Pripp listens to your tale with studious dispassion, his brows slightly furrowed. It is a most unfortunate case. Alas, it is also a familiar one. Would you like the good news first, or the bad news? No, the bad news. The bad news is that there is no known cure for the chronic onanism once it advances to such a late stage. Naturally, this is a major avenue of my research, but in my professional opinion, it is unlikely to bear fruit for at least a decade. The good news is that I can offer at least 2 solutions to the poor girl's predicament. Her mother may not like them, but I am a doctor and am not a minor god. The simplest option is for Naja to join our happy crew. Many of our workers are chronic cases like her, and I can assume that they are comfortable and well taken care of. Her mother would share in the profits, while being relieved of the burden of caring for her, and could visit regularly during our open hours. Naturally, we would also pay a finder's fee. Alternatively, Yasmin could buy her own vision siphon, also known as a dream crown. I believe the current price is 120 coins. Including permit fees. This would enable her to support Naja at home by bottling and selling her visions independently. You can't be serious. Tell me more about Naja becoming your own one of your workers. Tell me more about Yasmin buying the Dream Crown. Very well. I'll have to see what Yasmin thinks. Why don't you take one of our standard contracts for her to read, though? A pre-stamped 0th class Royal Post envelope is included in the package. If Yasmin accepts our offer, I shall leave your finder's fee with Vidal, the vision trader in Ferropolis. Throw the contract back in his face, shove it up your ass, Pripp. Thanks, I suppose. Remember, this is not a decision that should be taken lightly. I encourage Yasmin to take all the time she wishes. Well, that's the kind of choice I expected to come. You can keep taking care of your own daughter, bottle her visions, and try to sell it yourself, or you can send her here, not take care of it, and you can get the proceedings, but your daughter's pretty much fucked. Screwed either way, unfortunately. Sorry, mate. No time to chat. I've got a lot of bedpans to empty and clean before the end of my shift, and the vegetables aren't about to lend a hand. Yes, everybody here is on ventilators and everything. They're literally just having their dreams extracted while they just stay here forever. I assume some people eventually wake up, since they did say after a while they can go because they're settling this for their future. So they're spending years of their time doing this to hopefully have money for the future. Nope, still shut tight. Alright, sneaking out the backside anyway. Well, from what it sounds like, the Onric disease isn't super common. So it's not everybody who gets in a permanent dream stupor. But it does sound like it's not exactly the super low chance. They haven't given hard numbers on like how many people actually get hit with the Onric disease. Either that, or the other answer is to kill off your daughter. I guess the possibility if you leave her alive and doing the dream thing, you at least have a hope that, you know, in a while he might figure it out. Can I even make that? Oh. No, there's no way I'm making that. How do you... Could that... Is that makeable? I don't think so. I don't know if I can actually make this. N64 style? I thought this is more like a PS1 style, I guess. But I can see them both. They're both the same generation of console, so I can see them both. I don't think I'm making this. Do I have an item that makes my speed up? Improves potency of spells, health, mana maximum. Disgusting wine of terrible quality. Blister of luck. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that gets you longer jumps. I mean, if I die, I die, and I just get warped back to town, so... Alright, you know what? Fuck it. I go back to the safe spot if I die anyway, so, or a death spot, so. Yep, not even close. Oh, I needed to use my vision! Oh, I know what I needed to do. I needed to use my magic vision. I know what I need to do now. Okay. I'm super far away from it, though. Like, I'm really far away from that. I need to go all the way back around. I know what I'm supposed to do there. I'm supposed to use the magic vision, and it would have shown me that there's probably a path to actually take. But yeah, the Morrowind at home is a very good description for this. But it's, instead of it being super open-ended like Morrowind was, this is much more tighter in focus, and the combat's just kind of extra there. Like, you're not going to sit there and go miss, 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 miss with a bunch of stats. And I really do like the way they they use the graphic style for this game. All the blockiness makes it look neat and more outworldish. I never really played Morrowind that much. I remember like playing the game and I got diseased super quick, and then I spent my entire time getting enough money so I could get a ride on a bullnetch, I think they were called. So I could go to a place, and then I had to do things to get money so I could buy the cure disease potion because the disease was wrecking my stats. And then I played for like another 3 more hours, and then I didn't touch the game again. But it is something I should actually try again. Oh yeah, I don't own that house, so I can't sleep there. Could just use another stamina potion. Yeah, I know there's a bunch of other projects that are being worked on there. I haven't seen it, but I have heard about that. Same thing with like Oblivion as well. Like there's Oblivion in Skyrim, and then there's Morrowind in Skyrim because they're right next to each other. That's literally one of the DLCs was in Morrowind. Just run by here again. Full remake of Morrowind in Skyrim engine. Okay. That'd be pretty neat when it comes out. I mean, honestly, when it comes to... I did loot that. Yeah, I did. When it comes to Bethesda games and a new Elder Scrolls game, I don't see it coming out with another game for like another 5 years anyway, so... Alright, so... I don't actually need to use my magic vision. All I have to do is equip. It's the weightless glove. All I have to do is equip the Leech of Truth to the back of my brain. And that will let me see as if I had see magic on. Alright, well, I guess there is no... Okay, so either there's something that makes your jumps better, but there is no magic. There's no, like, magic secret path. Interesting. So maybe there is something that you get later on that improves your jumps, maybe? Yeah. I mean, I'll drink a potion just in case. Maybe the leech didn't want to work that time, but... Truth potion. Yeah, no. That was my first time actually drinking one of the potions instead of using the leech that I got. But yeah, nothing... Unless there's like an invisible elevator. I mean, the one thing that we do, like... Because also, wasn't the remake of Oblivion not done by Bethesda as well? Like, there's another studio that did the remake for them. And I know people really liked the Oblivion... It wasn't an Oblivion remake. It was an Oblivion remaster more than anything else. But yeah, the last thing that I played from... The last thing that I played from Bethesda was, I assumed to be Doom the Dark Ages, and I know why nobody was really talking about it. I complained about it extensively. The shield mechanic sucks. And turn the whole thing into Perry slop. Alright, well, I guess that is nothing there. But yeah, like, and Fallout 4, they ended up, like, ruining some stuff from Fallout 4, from Fallout 3. And Fallout 4 came after Skyrim, and then, of course, they came out with, which I guess maybe I should try playing again, the spaceship game, but that was such a huge amount of area with nothing in it. It was such a annoyance. They really should not have worked on whatever the fuck it was called. They should not have worked on that space game. They should just have let that well enough alone. Oh, the Oblivion remake is trash? Oh, okay, I thought everybody, when it came out, everybody was playing it and they liked it. Because it was basically just another company that Bethesda hires to do the remakes for them. Because now, I heard that they were going to be doing a Fallout remaster, but that didn't happen, and I thought that was going to happen months ago when the show was coming out, but it didn't, so I assume that's also just a non-existent at this point. Alright, let's go to bed. Let's get the hell out of here and go to bed. Yeah, I have to go all the way and down, I think. I mean, I do have magic. Entice. Return home. Let's see. How do I cast spells again? Q? Yes. No. Q is swap weapons. F. There you go. F. And that takes me back to here. Perfect. Room for rent, please. I'll take it. Get our stamina back. Okay. So I have bad news for the mother. Let's see what she thinks of it. Okay. Ball shop, no. Was it there and across? Yeah, it might have been there and across. Here it is. You find Yasmin feeding her daughter porridge from a wooden bowl, singing a soft lullaby. She looks worn down to the bone. Yasmin glances in your direction. Ah, hello again. Did you have any luck? I managed to find a doctor, but it's not good news. How are you doing, Yasmin? I mean you, not Nadja. No, I managed to find a doctor, but it's not good news. You hand her this sheaf of papers that Prip gave you and begin to explain. From the way Yasmin listens, you can tell that she has plenty of experience maintaining composure in the face of tragedy. This time, though, it's not enough. Awkwardly, there. Offer her a handkerchief to wipe her eyes. Offers a handkerchief to wipe her eyes. When she's finished, she looks over at Nadja for a long time. Oh, my darling.
How could I have let this happen to you?
Yasmin looks back at you.
I know you did your best. This is quite the dilemma you've brought me. What do you think I should do?
I'd send her to the Vision Works. That way you don't have to worry anymore. I keep Naja at home, even if it'll be a struggle sometimes. So we did see that they are in fact taking care of the patients there at the DreamWorks. However, you traveling out there might not be something that you can really do. However, you would still have to keep feeding her and keeping her warm here if you were doing the extracting the dreams and trying to sell them. You'd also have to be making money from selling the dreams as well, which wouldn't be guaranteed. But if you keep the contract, you could always hand her over in the end anyway, I guess. So keep her at home, see if you can, because that way you'll be at least have her around. But that might just be worse, having her around and be a weight on you the entire time. When even if you don't like to think about it now, having her out of sight, out of mind for a while, well, never out of mind, but out of sight will eventually make it less of a tragedy having it be here the entire time. So I don't really know on this one, but considering you already are taking care of her, I'd say try the bottom one here. Take care of her at home. I'll give you enough money to buy the Dream Extractor. And if you can't handle it, then you can contact the doctor with the contract and send it to the Vision Works.
Yes, you can't put a price on family. I may not know how to take care of Nadia properly, or bottle visions, but I can learn. King knows I've seen lots of change in my life. Although it would be a lot of work. If my sickness flares up, I might not be able to keep the business going. We could easily end up back where we started, without a penny. My heart tells me I should keep Nadia here, no matter how long it takes for me to learn the Vision trade, or how difficult it would be to take care of her. And if there's any way that I can still communicate with her, even if it's only through dreams, I want to take it. Truthfully though, it's moot. I don't have 120 coins to buy a dream crown for Vidal, and I doubt I ever will. My neighbors have been tremendous help, but there isn't that much cash in the entire tenement. I suppose I'll get in touch with this Dr. Pip and begin the process. What else can I do?
The Vision Works is the right place for Naja. After all, wouldn't she want you to live comfortably? What if I could pay for the Dream Crown? Very well, services. Alright, I already assumed I was going to be paying for it anyway. I don't know. I'll offer the money, but probably at the place. Probably the place would be the best. Like actually having a place that gives care, because I was there. They are giving care to the patients there. They're not just sitting in their own filth. But yeah, take my money. You can tell that Yasmin is conflicted about your offer.
What? Oh, no, I couldn't possibly accept that. You've already helped so much.
Really, I insist. Call it a loan if you'd like. No interest. Pay it back before the world ends. I don't have the money with me just now, but I'll be back. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't think I can afford it after all. No, I have plenty of money. Really, I insist. Call it a loan if you like. No interest. Pay it back before the world ends. She smiles a little and looks at you with tears in her eyes.
Very well then. That will be enough time, I should think. Whatever the outcome, you've helped Naja more than I could have asked. I wish I could pay you for your time, but, well, perhaps this will suffice. This is the deed for our old family home, just outside. Hey, okay. Just outside Ferropolis. Technically, we need to petition the Clockwork King for a change of ownership, but since the militia have all but abandoned the countryside, you should be left alone.
Thank you, Yasmin. This time her smile is warm and genuine.
You may have more luck with it than we did.
Alright, perfect. I know exactly where that house is, and that means I can take a nap. It's literally right next to the teleporter. That I can warp around to other places, so it's a great place to be. I don't have to keep going into town here to take us to sleep. Yeah, currently I'm up to 321 gold. And that's after giving her the 150 or 120, whatever it was. Sweet, the deed of the house is exactly what I'm looking for. Also, did I level up? I did not. We're about to be there. Alright, so I think I might have the key number pad from that dream that I took to cross the giant crane, but there was other stuff here. Like, I had that quest for, I think it was outside. It told me to go to meet it. Let me check the quest board. Or the I don't know why I'm writing. I don't know who you are. I don't even remember your name. I just know there is a hole in my life and nothing fills it. If you are real, please come home. I want to feel right again. Oleg Igorovich. The notice gives directions to a house in the northeast islet of Ferropolis, accessed by the city's rear gate. It's not there. That's our guy. And this is where the dream was, but there wasn't anything else besides that mining thing I couldn't access. And this is the west. But there is a house there, but I think that was like a... Yes, it is I, the person you were looking for. I knew it! You're in chat right here!
That doesn't help me with my quest.
Yeah, northeast islet. I've been here a couple times. I didn't see it, so I'm just gonna not worry about it. And the Morozov's tower wasn't like I could get into. Yeah, library untruths. I needed to like get up there, I think. And then I don't know about the object graveyard. Whisper of Ghosts. That's the Hollowshire one. The Endless Duchess. Jack Basalt has told you of the Duchess. One of Ella's former crew was a powerful Endless Witch. Basalt thinks she's returned to her ancestral home, the Endless Realm. Yeah, that's where we're going next after this. Sky Pirate, find a way to the corrupted land southeast of Ferropolis to begin your search. Nightcast bottle visions point to a ruined city in a clockwork kingdom, which seems to hold some key to the past. Thornwood Manor. You have heard that Thornwood Manor, a 200-year-old estate, is up for sale. Visit the Apostolic Union Council building in Hollowtown. In the Erudite Academy, an Inquisition agent has asked you... Oh, yeah. Natalia, the chief engineer of the Erudite Academy, has asked you to link 3 Academy portals using the key she gave you. I think I've done that. I need to go talk to her again, or I'm one short. The first in the Academy itself, while the other 2 are somewhere in the Clockwork Kingdom. 2 in the Clockwork Kingdom, okay. And the Endless... And 2 are somewhere... Oh, in the Clockwork Kingdom and the Endless... Alright, so once I get one in the Endless Realm, then the quest will technically count. Even though I did connect 3 in total, they want one's a different realm. Okay. There may be other portals are fine, but she wants these 3 specifically. Okay. Vernon Beerwig, head of the Winged Merchant Guild, has tasked you with tracking down his lost cargo. You should keep a lookout for his merchant vessel, the Golden Typhos. Which I swear it's crashed in the ground, but there's nothing there. And I've been there multiple times. So maybe it's a different one, I guess. Drangorg, an old God War veteran in Hollowtown, told you where Asteroids Rock, where a legendary battle was fought. However, you won't be able to visit it unless you have access to an airship. Safe passage. You secured an official travel permit for Clockwork Kingdom thanks to Mikhail and the Sky Smuggler and his crooked contact. Use to pass through the gate bridges along the western edge of Kingdom. Someone named Oleg Ivorich left a haunting message on the missing persons notice board in Ferropolis, asking for his child to come home. Perhaps you can help. The notice gave directions to a house on the islet northeast of the Machinarium, accessed via the city's rear gate. Madness of the King. The King has ordered you to perform something called the Sacramental Duty, but its instructions made no sense. Afterwards, someone slipped you an enigmatic note asking you to meet up at night in the park in Upper Ferropolis under the gazebo. Gazebo? 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 No, I can't do it. I can't do a Joel bit like that. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with that guy. That's a stolen valor if I try to do that bit. Yes. Okay. Well, I need to meet in the gardens then, under the gazebo. Damn it! I don't own it yet. I might own it. I mean, damn it! I still don't own it. That much time has passed. Fine. Fine, take another 5 of my gold, damn you. This will be the last time I can sleep outside the city for once. Okay, so now I need to get to the gardens. Good thing I read the quest. I completely forgot about that. The gardens. What the f looks like a garden here? Up here somewhere? This is a gazebo, right? Yeah. There you are. The woman smiles at you with a spark. Like, knowing what a gazebo is easier than knowing what a fucking garden is here in this snowy place with no plants. The woman smiles at you with a spark in her sea green eyes that seems truly without malice. Her mechanical arm gives a fluid salutation, while her brooch marks her as a member of the Mechanicus Guild. Hello, stranger. Come to escape the world for a bit? Are you a friend? Her smile widens. So you got my note. Thank you for coming. Sorry for the cloak and dagger dance. The mechanarium is tense right now. Being seen with me would put you in danger. My name is Afra, the chief interpreter for the Mechanicus Guild, and I am very excited to meet you. Why? Tell me, friend, which part of yourself do you like the least? If you could change something today, what would it be? My body, I've always struggled to look my reflection in the eye. My heart, I wish I were kinder, slower to anger, quicker to trust. My charisma, I feel like everyone is sharing a joke I don't get. Lie. Nothing. I'm happy with myself. What does this have to do with anything? I always wanted a cool robot arm. My charisma, I feel like everyone's sharing a joke I don't get. If it's any comfort, a lot of those people feel the same way. But why should you have to accept that? Why shouldn't you be able to change it? Why live with an age of marvels increasing every year? Magic is abundant, fizzing in the air and with the stones in our blood. Why not in the stones and in our blood? So why not use it? Magic is dangerous and always has the price. Wisdom lies in accepting the world as it is, because I'm not rich or powerful. It's that simple. I plan to, just haven't figured it out yet. Because I'm not rich or powerful, it's that simple. Yes, exactly. You understand. So the same question pertains. Why should we accept that only the rich and powerful may share in the joy of transfiguration? She is talking very quickly now. But what does it have to do with your note? She blinks. Oh, yes, of course, the note. Listen, you already know something is deeply wrong with this kingdom, don't you? You needn't pretend. Anyone can see it, even if they're afraid to say so. Go on. It's not just the shortages, or this awful winter, or even the corruption. The king's alterations to reality have lost all rhyme or reason, and things are going missing. People, houses, towns, words, even memories. Many people blame the Mechanicus, but the truth is that even we no longer understand our king's actions. Hence, I suspect that all these problems are just different sides of one problem. Bluntly, the Clockwork King is going mad, and nobody has any idea why. That is, nobody except me.
As chief interpreter, my sacred duty is to analyze the Majesty's wishes. I've become convinced that the king is trying to tell us something huge, something we don't want to hear. What exactly did the king say to you? Speaker Sunil won't let me read the logs until he's redacted any confidential information. But that'll take months, and we may not have months.
It told me to perform the sacramental duty.
The sacramental duty? Never heard of such a thing. Didn't it explain what it means?
Yes, but it was in some weird language I've never seen.
Of course. Those symbols our king spits out are six-fold cipher language. I could read them easily if only I could access the logs. Damn it all, Sunil. Why won't you listen? Friend, this confirms my worst fears. Her speech quickens. Because, don't you see, all that's connected. If the cipher is true, language of reality, and cipher magic powered by cognition, that means we must account for all irrelevant cognition within a defined thermospace, which is the case as a whole kingdom. Now, Karak's law states that the cumulative cipheric interactions of n cognitive entities may be expressed as six-dimensional vermiform manifold according to the function.
Ah, well now we're in Star Trek. Listen intently. You completely lost me. I don't come here for a university lecture. Listen intently. Afora leaps between apparently unrelated topics at dizzying speed, growing increasingly flustered as she struggles to express her contours of some vast structure inside her head. Sometimes you glimpse details, but the overall shape eludes you. She stops and takes a deep breath.
I'm sorry. This isn't going how I imagined. It's all just so damnly tangled up together. If only...
She snaps her mechanical fingers.
That's it! You need to see it for yourself. There's a house here in Ferropolis. It's scheduled for removal, but I've ensured a delay long enough for you to visit. Take this key. Inside the house, you'll find a mirror. Walk through it.
Where exactly would I find this house?
The house is tucked away in the lowest level of the city, what locals call the conduits. It's rather a warren down there, so you might have to search a bit. The conduits are hardy and a savory place, but you do meet such interesting people. I used to love visiting the bazaar back when I was just a junior interpreter. Alas, with my present rank, it would be almost unwise for me to be seen there.
I'll see what I can do.
Please try, friend. You can't know how important this is.
Okay, so the guy saying that he knows he had a house, but he can't find it, but he has his key. He was telling the truth. The Machine King here is messing with reality. So the guy's house doesn't exist anymore, but he has a key for it, and it's literally impossible for him to find it. And they did say that one of these houses flew up off the tenement at some point. So things are just assumably shape-shifting all over the place, the land. Water. Anything actually in the water? No. Well, good to know that the homeless guy... Oh! Wait! Oh, wait! Did I accidentally find it? Okay, that's funny. Ooh, Squirming Goblet. And here's the teleportation mirrors. You step out the other side of the mirror. For a moment, you think you're still in Ferropolis, until you look up and see the sky is gone. Instead of the Onric Isle's familiar red neon star, there is only blackness, save for a swirling gyre of dim blue light, staring down at you like a malevolent eye. The tenement drifts overhead, unmoored from the earth. Tumbling slowly end over end, all around you the city twists up impossibly into the air, houses piled upon houses, pipes and drains and gutters spreading like tree branches as far as the eye can see. Try to get back to the mirror. Cast your return home spell to get out of here. Look around. It's freezing here. Frost crunches under your feet, and every surface is hung with icicles. You see statues in naturalistic poses clutching the street, but no people. From somewhere nearby, there's a sound of discordant music. Hello, Afara, anyone? Examine one of the statues. Your stomach twists as you realize the statue was once a living person. Their mouth is open and their fist is raised in the air, as if they were frozen solid in the midst of screaming argument. As you explore, you find another frozen person lying tucked up in a bed in the middle of the street, wearing a nightcap with a pom-pom on the end. Then, a family sitting around the dinner table, forks and cups suspended halfway to their mouths. You shiver. Why the hell did Afara bring you here? Look for the source of the music. The music verges on a random noise. Every time you think you figured out the structure, it changes and slips from your grasp. Sometimes it stops for several minutes, and all you can do is wait, shivering. In the deserted remnants of an old plaza, you find a grand piano, its keys plinking and plonking on their own. No other living soul is visible. You shiver. What the hell did Afara bring you here? Hello? Afra? Anyone? There is no answer, save the echo of your own voice. Ignore the scenery and find a way out. Time seems to work differently here. You feel like you're wandering for hours, but it could be minutes. At some point you realize you are now upside down in relation to where you have started. A rowing boat with two petrified passengers spins in the air. Finally, leaning on the railings of the catwalk that goes nowhere, clad in a well-worn full coat, you see Afra. She waves at you. Afra's breath mists in the air. She gives you a wry smile.
Well, fancy seeing you here.
What is this place?
My best guess is that we're in the pocket dimension created or repurposed by the king. Alternatively, it could be the very beginning of our cosmos before the neuron stars were born, or the end after they've died. This is all just speculation, you understand.
Why is it so cold?
Have you tried to cast spells here? I think the bedrock cipher syntax is broken somehow, or different. That would mean the clauses defining material objects are left incomplete and loop back into the void, dumping their energy as they go. And heat is just energy, really. This hypothesis would be quite heretical in the Apostolic Union, but suffice it to say that the existence of this place calls orthodox cosmology into question.
So this is what you wanted to show me?
Yes, this is what the king has been doing. Everything you see here was vanished from our world by the king's magic. When they vanish, reality adjusts around them as if they were never there. There are hundreds of people here. Houses, streets, towns. It's a silent massacre no one's allowed to think about. And it's speeding up.
How is this possible? What do you mean speeding up? Oh, how is this possible?
Years ago, before I joined the Mechanikists, we gave the king the power to alter people by magic. The idea was that a new society would need a new kind of citizen, with new virtues and skills. Before long, my colleagues began using this power to rewrite troublesome personalities, or even erase them from existence. I wish I paid closer attention. That wasn't my department, you understand? But this is beyond anything we could have asked for. I've scoured the logs, and almost everything here was vanished by the king on its own initiative. In other words, we've lost control.
Sounds like you got your wish. Sounds like you got your wish. Afra winces.
Perhaps. I should have asked more questions, raised more objections, but please believe me, most of my colleagues are not evil people. No one wanted this. In fact, I found evidence of at least 12 missing mechanicists from my own department who nobody remembers. Did any of them try to raise the alarm? Am I really the first to find this place? No wonder we always feel so understaffed.
What do you mean it's speeding up?
Do you know what exponential means? Suppose you have 2 spore mites and they breed. Then you have 4 spore mites and they breed. Then you have 8 spore mites and they breed.
Oh shit.
Indeed.
Can't we help these people? Bring them back somehow? How can this be stopped? Afara twists up the corner of Afra twists up the corner of her mouth in a mirthless smile.
I was hoping you'd ask that. I've lingered here long enough. If you're willing to help, step through the mirror and meet me back in the Unison Park after nightfall.
Let's get out of here. Okay. All right. Now we're okay. This area just keeps getting cooler and cooler. That's the guy who sells all the poison stuff. Yeah, I remember him. Have I already looted this? Probably. I have not. Mine. Although having these extra potions are kind of meaningless. I have so many. And I don't even use magic. Luckily, I think it's still night, so I think I can still meet Afra without having to go to bed again. Under the boardwalk, under the gazebo, gazebo. Afra's mechanical arm gives you a fluid salutation.
So, friend, now you've seen the cost of the king's madness. Will you help me? I'll compensate you, of course, as best as a humble engineer can.
You have my attention.
Oh, King's mercy, thank you. You cannot know how grateful I am that someone understands. I've been working on a spell. It would stop the vanishings and reform the king's power so that it can only alter people at their own request, with their consent, just like we talked about. See? Unfortunately, my spell must be enacted inside the king's audience chamber. In these days, only Speaker Sunil and his inner circle are allowed in. They're all so paranoid about the saboteur. But you, the king summoned you specifically. Do you realize how rare that is? Its Majesty doesn't make mistakes, only decisions we don't understand yet, and Its Majesty has decided that you are important. If we can induce the king to summon you again, Sunil would have to let you in. He'd never disobey a royal command, then you can input my spell. Does that make sense?
I have questions about this plan of yours. Just tell me what you... I have questions.
Whatever is clouded, I shall strive to eliminate.
What happens if I don't input the spell? Tell me more about what your spell does. I mean, I guess I don't have a question. I kind of know what happens with the rest of these. That's all my questions for now.
First, we must catch the king's attention. About a month ago, strange phenomena were reported in Graveyard outside Ferropolis. My analysis suggests these phenomena are a secret message from Its Majesty. Take my Mechanicus Guild insignia, and investigate the graveyard. The graveyard keeper may be able to assist you. Use it carefully, friend. These insignia command great power throughout the kingdom. Now, I could be wrong, but I suspect the message will begin with music, like this.
She hums a haunting tune, somehow familiar with the ethereal at once, like a lullaby from time's own beginning. Yeah, tell me more. You know what, actually, one of my choices for telling me more. Oh, things I already know. Never mind. I was hoping you had a third option. You have a good voice, you know. Where do I find this graveyard? Where can I find this graveyard?
Outside Ferropolis in the northwest. If you leave via the main causeway, you'll see broken ley pylons running downhill to your left. Follow them until you come to the graveyard. So is your mission clear?
You have a good voice, you know. He looks genuinely pleased.
How kind. Well, perhaps if this whole Mechanicus business doesn't pan out, I can make a living as a troubadour. So, is your mission clear?
Yeah, but you need a horse to be one of those. I think I understand.
How else can I empower you?
I have questions about the plan of yours. What do you need me to do first? Just wish me luck.
All the luck in the world. Oh, and friend, please don't breathe a word of this plan to anyone, especially Speaker Sunil. I shudder to think what he'd do if he found out.
Probably stop it, kill you, and blame you as a saboteur, and then not do anything and let the king continue to just zap things out of existence until it's all gone. Alright, so let me start by, I guess, walking out the front gate. Alright, so... Yeah, object graveyard. I figured that's what it was. However, let's go visit my house again, because it's mine now. I have the deed. Moon has a safe house. Safe spot outside. Now, I've already been in here, so I don't think... this just lets me use the bed. But I can also increase the house. House not built, unfurnished. Workshop not built. Yeah, I can build a bunch of cool stuff in here. Annex not built, unfurnished. All right. I accept building the house. Yes. Balcony not built. I would use all my seeds, but that's not that bad. But change theme, attribute. This property will be redecorated in the style of the Apostolic Union. Are you sure? No, cancel. Okay. So we'll come back later and the house will be built. Then I'll have a bed and everything in here. Sweet. I really do love how this game looks. But yeah, using graphic styles like this is definitely something I really like, because not like it's like using pixel art, pretty much, or like having a retro style pixel art games. Like going back to these as art styles is, I don't know, I find it very valuable, because I never even really played that many games that looked like this until I was like older. Just a really nice visual style that they can use for different art styles. It really is like the way that they were limited by technology just led to very unique things. Well, I mean, considering how many millions of games are on Steam, you could probably say all of this is overdone. It's good as long as the game is good. If it's a bad game that does this, then you're just going to complain about it and say it sucks. But if you actually have good games that do this, then it works. Because trust me, no modern game studio is going to really do stuff like this. It's only going to be indie companies. Bethesda's not going to show up and go, Elder Scrolls 6, look what we've done with the art style. Inside the yellow box is a mechanical console with something like an ear trumpet hanging on a curly wire. Tiny noises issue from its mouth. Pick up the trumpet and listen. You pick up the trumpet and put it to your ear. Your brain is flooded by a cacophony of jagged noise. Then you realize it's some kind of otherworldly music. The music throbs in an alien time signature, defying your attempts to track its rhythm. Ghostly, inhuman voices lap over each other like waves. It feels like a memory from before the universe was made. This doesn't seem like the king's message. You'll have to try one of the other boxes. Well, Valheim is always one that is always in my back pocket of ones that I would like to try at some point. But I think Valheim is more multiplayer focused than single player. Like, I'm playing another survival crafting game right now called Enshrouded. It's an early release. It has some of the best forest I've ever seen. They look really good. And the gameplay is not bad, but some of you're only allowed to warp at certain places, and oh my god, sometimes you have to have long runs back to your corpse. Yeah, Valheim has definitely been on my list of games I would like to try. You pick up the trumpet and put it to your ear. You can hear two people in soft conversation, their voices echoing as if from the other end of a long stone passage. There now. It'll be all right. How is it going to be all right? Lydia's just gone, and nobody remembers. I feel like my brain is melting and running out of my ears. I know. All I mean is, we've got each other, and I ain't going nowhere. A pause. I was washing up today. Did you ever notice how many dishes we have? Enough for 5 people, not 2. Well, helps to have extra, don't it? You know we can't afford more of anything than we need. If we had an extra bed too before we sold it, and that cot. This doesn't seem to be the king's message. Keep listening now. I suppose it was nice to have guests around before all this, And do you remember ever having guests? A pause. How many people used to live in this house, Queasy? Quessy? Queasy? Say Queasy. A long pause. I don't know. No. Me neither. There's a long silence, and then a series of odd little wet sounds. Oi, what are you doing? Sorry, should I stop? I didn't say stop. You hear a grateful sigh, a giggle, then a loving moan. You quickly put the trumpet down before you hear any more. Yep, I know it can be played single player, but that's what I'm saying too. Playing it multiplayer is what I'm saving it for. For maybe one day. You look at the trumpet and pull it to your ear. An old man's voice echoes from the other end. Hello? Hello? Can anyone hear me? I don't know where I am. Please, it's cold. Yes, I can hear you. The old man doesn't seem to be able to hear you. I can't see anything. I can't feel my body. Is anyone there? Hello? Please, if anyone's there, say something. This doesn't seem like the king's message. But this is all definitely related to what's going on. This all seems kind of like the king's message. Like not a message directly from the king, but the king is giving clues to what it's been doing is in this particular area. At first you just hear hissing, and then the tune that Afra hummed. A genderless voice announces with mechanical regularity. 6, 1, 6, 3, 2, break, 5, 2, 6, alder, Bantcam, 2, break, 4, 6. The voice drones on, and then repeats. This must be the king's message. You scribble down everything you can, then replace the trumpet. All the loot boxes. You pick up the trumpet and put it to your ear. It's a whirlwind of noise. Chattering voices, snatches of song, weird mechanical screeches. At one point, you hear your own name. You hurriedly replace the trumpet. Welcome to the graveyard, pal. What brings you all the way out here? This doesn't look like any graveyard I've seen. Show mechanical signet. I'm here on official business. Blimey, you mean someone's actually been reading my reports? Better late than never, I suppose. It's those yellow boxes, see? We've had 'em here for years, but even the King's Speaker himself couldn't make head or tails of 'em. Told me to look after 'em till they're needed. That'll be the day. Well, a fair few ticks ago, some of the boxes started talking, and now they won't shut up. Weird stuff. Music, sometimes. Mind, I knows better than to listen. Maybe you could take a look. Most of the boxes here don't talk. You'll have to listen closely if you want to find the right ones. Is there aught else? I'll be going now. I didn't need your permission. I already did it. I mean, I'm up to calling our cell phones cell trumpets. Trumpet cells? Trump. Trump cells? Trump phone? Oh god, that is an actual thing, by the way. And no, it's been years and they never came out. It's just another giant scam. I mean, obviously. I was just like watching some stuff online and suddenly there was a Moist Critical video about it and he keeps apparently calling in trying to see if he's gonna get one. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Okay, I don't know if the house is built up yet, but maybe. Let me check. Cell pet? Oh, yes, we can call it, C... A CPT? CPT, cell phone trumpet? Wow, that sounds awfully close to something else. Nah, that's just what we call when the radiation gets to you. Then it's CBT. Okay, house is not built yet. It's going to take some time. Probably like a sleep or something for it to load the area. Unless it's just like this. What about now? You build up now? No, still holes in the wall. Alright, she's probably not going to be back there until it's nighttime again. So, what the fuck? How did these things get in here? Is this more of the king fucking around? Okay, that's funny. They just spawned in here. Have I been here before? Your lore skill's too low. Yeah, alright, so that device opens this. I think I may have been here before, maybe. Nope, apparently not. I would not have missed some big floating coins. The glass bottle flies past your ear and smashes against the door frame. Its thrower is a middle-aged man, clearly very drunk. Hoodah! He hiccups. What are you? You're a megasbone. Sir, are you quite alright? Wait, I know you. You're that border guard I met at the gate bridge. The man peers without recognition. Border. People at the border. Listen. He stabs his finger at you. I know you from shit. He thinks for a moment. No, fuck it. That's what I say. Fuck it. Let them all go. Let them blow up the king. That's what they get for taking away my child. He hiccups again. So, you were Oleg Igorevich? Who asking? Show insignia. The guild has taken interest in your case, citizen. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. I kind of want to do this just because I might not have met him without this. His eyes cross as he looks at the insignia. He squints at you. Huh? Ewa? Ewa the machinima. Goddamn good. 30 years of service and they're giving us fuck bad. If you want anything useful out of him, you'll need to sober him up. Give him a potion of stamina, give him a potion of truth. Give him a slap. Give him a potion of stamina. I don't have that many truths, but I also have the bug that lets me just not care anymore, so. I remember you in the mountains. Give him a potion of truth. The man shrugs and drinks it. His eyes widen as he stares around in wonder. Then he looks at you. Oh, stranger, I'm so sorry. He shakes his head to clear it. Oof. Oleg glares at you. Is this your idea of helping? You have wasted your time. My child is gone, and I am still here. That's all there is. Case closed, end of message. What do you mean gone? I have no child. Once? Yes. Galech Mishkin and Indra Mishkin died young. Buried them myself. Ancient history. You can see I live alone here. But last month I found something. A locket. Hid among the junk in the back of that cabinet I never opened. Says, to my father. I don't recognize it, yet somehow I know I've seen it before. I thought about it, and there's only one answer. The locket is mine. I did have another child. One that I have somehow forgotten. So, now you've heard the whole story tale. Isn't it pathetic? A grown man weeping over a fantasy. I don't care if you believe me. Just leave me to drown myself in peace. How is it possible to get you in trial? How can you be sure? I mean, I kind of know exactly what's going on, but there's no dialogue choice for it, sadly. Can you tell me anything all about the child? Nothing. You see my problem? Oh, no clues. The pain is so much worse now than I know, and yet I have no way to end it. I thought perhaps if I drink enough, I'll forget all over again. No such luck. So now you see, the case is hopeless, and the one person who could help would never talk to me. As I said, you're wasting your time. What if I could talk to this person for you? Oleg examines you, weighing his options. Well, if it will make you leave me in peace. To the west of this city is a place called the Library of Untruths. No signs point to it, and no official map marks it, but it's there. Take my locket and show it to the librarian. Perhaps, maybe, she'll help. Listen, I'm not sentimental. I know my child may be dead or worse. What I want is to know their name and their fate. At least then I know who to mourn for. I'll see what I can do, Mr. Minchkin. Oleg grunts. Next time, I won't miss. Hello, disappearing here. These two citizens are poring over a pile of papers. No, I think that part's only if you've been evacuated. Wait, but it says we should already have a case number? Bureaucracy at its finest. Alright, so now we have a reason to go to that library that I ran into like the first time I was here and I was wandering the countryside. Yes, more throwing knives. Fuel my addiction. I think before... I mean, I kind of need to sleep soon anyway, I guess. Kind of wondering what order. Should I do this quest for the king's thing, or should I do the library first and then go back to it? But my stamina is getting near half, so. And my other bed isn't ready yet, so we're paying another 5 gold. Sleep till nighttime. now we can meet her again underneath the gazebo, because I don't think she's there outside of nighttime. Afra's mechanical arm gives you a fluid salutation. How goes our task, friend? Why is the city full of silk bugs? She looks around. Oh dear, again. I'm afraid I had my nose in my notes on the way here. The king's affection for silk slugs is a long-standing mystery, but not our most pressing. How else can I empower you? I found the king's message in the graveyard. Really? She reads the transcript excitedly. Let's see. Could it... No. Wait. Oh! She beams up at you. Stars of flame. So I wasn't imagining it. This confirms my analysis. The king is speaking to us, and we must show that we've heard. How do we know about the... How did you know about that weird tune? She looks embarrassed. Oh, well, it was just a guess. The king outputs so much information every day, and I just look for patterns. But I mustn't bore you. Truly, I'm interested. I get the sense there was some spark of inspiration. Yes, thank you, my hat. She seemed surprised. Oh, well, to tell the truth, I had a dream about it. I saw myself walking in a graveyard following that tune, and then finding... Now listen, I don't want you to think I'm sort of crazy mystic. I spend so long buried in the royal output logs I sometimes fall asleep in the parchment. I think the dream was only my mind's way of pointing out a pattern I missed. Anyway, back to the matters at hand. The king speaks in a dialect of cipher language known as six-fold cipher. It's tremendously difficult for human brains to parse. So, for your audience, you'll need a cranial moderator installed into your skull. Sorry, installed into my what? Don't worry, it's quite safe. All new mechanicists receive one when they pass our exams. There's only one cranial engineer still alive who's qualified to install them. Luckily, she has a soft spot for me. Seek out... Oh, okay, now I know that's Morozov. Okay, seek out Morozov in the mountains north of Ferropolis. Tell her I sent you. Mention the Sidovsky problem, and she'll fix you up. Any questions? I have some concerns about the skull machine. What's so alarming? Would you hesitate to enhance your eyes with spectacles, or replace a rotten tooth with gold? You must understand, the royal language opens so many doors there. Most people would give their left hands to speak it. Any further questions? Fine, I'll look for Morozov, but no promises. Yeah, sure. How else can I empower you? Wish me luck. All the luck in the world. Alright, perfect. That means I can now go to the library, and then I can walk all the way back to Morozov in the same time and get both quests done around the same time. Can't wait to find out that what I need to do is like, to help save the mechanical king, you're gonna need tons of silk. Why do you think he keeps summoning the silk slugs here? Alright, I am going to turn on some lights and refill my drink, and I'll be right back. Because I definitely have some more time in me to keep playing this. I take a couple days break, I come back to the game, and now we're back to 4-hour plus streams again. Alright, be right back. I ended up making an entire gallon of lemonade because I thought it was going to be warmer this week. And I'm like, oh yeah, it'll be nice and warmer and I'll have some lemonade. And well, it didn't stay warmer here. It's 57 outside right now. But you know what? Fuck it. At least I still have lemonade. Oh, had. I just finished off the gallon in my glass. Well, I guess that that technically is still having for at least one more big bottle full. I was supposed to find that sky ship wreckage, but every time I go there to this sky ship wreckage, there is nothing actually there. Now this, that's just the house. Down there is the library of untruths. Did I have to shoot it? No. But you know what? Let's change it up a bit. Hey, he did come back. It's a new seed.
Hello again, dearie. Can I help you find anything?
Is this the Library of Untruths by any chance? She looks you over with her spectacles.
The Library of what? That certainly doesn't sound like a real place, dearie. If such a place did exist, you wouldn't be allowed there. And so, if this was it, you'd have to leave. But
She smiles sweetly at you.
it doesn't, and this doesn't, so you're fine.
So her Oleg's locket. Does this change your answer? Hold up 3 fingers. Quick question. How many fingers am I holding up? So her Oleg's locket. Does this change anything? She frowns.
What's this? Did Oleg send you? Damn it, I've already told him I know nothing about any
Her eyes catch the locket, and suddenly she can't look away.
locket.
So you do recognize it.
I've never seen this locket in my life, except... Why does it feel so...
She takes it gingerly, feeling it in her hands. She shoves the locket back at you. Please leave.
Tell that drunken bloody oaf I want nothing to do with him. And I'm not.
She slams her fist down on the desk to emphasize her point, prompting a chorus of mechanical chitters from the ceiling. The librarian sighs and lowers her voice to a sharp whisper.
As I said, I'm not rescinding my petition.
Sorry, what petition do you mean? You misunderstand. I'm looking for Oleg's missing child. She listens to your explanation with growing alarm.
But that's preposterous. That can't be right. I know that isn't.
Her eyes return inexorably to the locket.
King's mercy, it's true, isn't it?
She looks back at you, seemingly on the verge of tears.
I apologize for my outburst. I'm a little taken aback, you see. It's my child, too. Listen, I can't help you. This is just an ordinary library. You see, there's nothing here about any missing child, and I am authorized to help you with whatever you need. And I am authorized to help you with anything. You understand?
Wait, are you lying right now? I get it. You're enchanted, so you can't talk about this place. I get it. You're enchanted, so you can't talk about this place. She gives you a menacing, a meaningful look.
Don't be absurd. There used to be a librarian here who could only lie, but she turned into a dragon and flew away.
So, what is this place really? Is there anything you are allowed to talk about? If there were any record of your child, how would I find it?
Well, since neither I nor Oleg can remember the child, it stands to reason that they never existed. And if they never existed, there couldn't be any record. Certainly not here. Anyway, there's no way to access the reading room upstairs without the royal permit. No way at all. Can you imagine if it was something as simple as a hidden lever?
Her gaze briefly darts down under her desk. She yawns theatrically.
Oh dear, I'm feeling rather tired. You'll behave yourself if I rest my eyes for a moment, won't you?
Reach over her desk for the hidden lever. Your fingers quest around underneath the lip of her desk until they find something that clicks. Upstairs, you hear a mechanical door clank open. Don't worry, you've been very helpful.
Thank you, dearie. It's, Guinevere, by the way. My name, Guinevere Mishkin. I don't know why, but I felt you should know that.
Yeah, no, this game is like, how can we make just some really enjoyable quests and dialogue? And then after that, they were like, oh, fuck, yeah, combat. Don't worry about it. But yeah, those metal things have been running around here. Wait, they keep mentioning the metal things that are running around here if you're too loud, and now that I'm here, there's nothing? I call bullshit. The machine thrums with sorcery. A quill is tethered to it by a silver chain. Welcome to the Library of Untruths. Please inscribe the query. Beware, unsanctioned access is punishable by controlled annihilation. Show me your file on Oleg Igorich Minchkin. Show me your file on Genevieve mentions. On Oleg Igorich Minchkin. Wheels and gears begin to spin. Below your feet, you hear the library pulling up scrolls to be loaded in the machine. Pondering. Alas, cannot summon codex. Record of fault. Codex not sanctioned for this installation. Only redacted subjects are listed in this archive. Describing relaxed codices. Genevieve Elud Minchkin, Branch 1. Igor Sulemenovich Minchkin. Show me your file on Genevieve Minchkin, Branch 1. True name, numbers, common name, Genevieve Elod Minchkin, Branch 1. Anti-Rec 17, month 5, day 5. Saint Void, Apostolic Republic of Bayonne. Status, redacted. Show me list the person's relatives. Genevieve Elodor Minchkin, Branch 0, status alive. Oleg Ilovich Minchkin, spouse, status alive. Galette Oligovna Minchkin, first child, status deceased at birth. Indra Oleg Minchkin, second child, status deceased, age 7, pox. There's one more entry, which somehow didn't appear in your initial search. Alias cannot controverse, third child, status alias cannot controverse. Tell me more about Guinevere's unknown third child. Alas, cannot summon codex. Record of fault. Subject re-indexed under Royal Project. MMCCC-IX. Horoscope. By petition of Sunil Khan, King Speaker. What is Project Horoscope? Alas, cannot summon chapter. Record of fault. Chapter sealed by petition of Sunil Khan, King Speaker. Can you show me anything related to this person? Pondering. The machine rumbles and whirs for some time as it dredges up the next scroll from deep within the recesses of the library. Annals of Royal Project, MMCCC-IX, Horoscope, case file, subject 5, original true name, whatever the hell the numbers are, common name, alias, cannot controverse, birth date, Anti-Rex 4, month 5, day 59, birthplace unknown, Yansk Oblast, headline, outcomes, Branch O, original, alias cannot controverse. Branch 1, dead by suicide. Branch 2, dead in prison. Branch 3, executed for sedition. Branch 4, emigrated without permit. Branch 5, assigned to royal service. I don't really understand. Who are all these people? What does cannot controverse mean? What happened to the original subject 5? Show me their history. This time you hit Pater. Here are all the milestones and misfortunes of Oleg's third child, recounted with a clinical detachment of an accountant book. Year 3, registered and royal annals. Age 6, assigned to basic schooling in Yanis Oblast. Year 8, reassigned with family to Ferropolis. Year 9, petition Mechanicus Rex for technical schooling. Denied. Read through the person's full history. Skip to the end of the clues about their fate. Full history. Year 10, assigned to factory service in Ferropolis. Reprimanded for carelessness. Year 11, petition for mediocre permit. Tonic of Jitter Seed. Granted. Year 14, month 2, permit revoked due to supply considerations. Year 14, month 3, reprimanded for malingering. Year 15, dismissed for careless and insolence. Year 16, assigned to Royal Project Horoscope. Keep reading. Year 18, assigned to menial service in Ferropolis as per project parameters. Year 21, arrested for supplementary violations, 2 days in stocks. Year 22, petition for change of common name, granted as per project parameters. Year 22, month 4, petition for corporal transfiguration, change of sex, denied as per project parameters. Year 23, month 1, applied previous petition, denied as per project parameters. Year 23, month 3, assigned to agricultural service in Lustrik Oblast as per project parameters. Year 25, petition for reassignment to Ferropolis, denied as per project parameters. Year 27, alias fault in status check. Year 28, alias fault in status check. 29, fault in status check. That's all there is. You better ask the librarian what she makes of it. Try to learn more about Project Horoscope. After some digging, you find a record that was left out of the speaker Sunil's veil of secrecy, though it raises as many questions as it answers. Subject Phi, final conclusions. This subject and his branches were by far the most variable alumni of Project Horoscope. Branch 0, the original, archived in the lowest combined aptitude and patronism score, caps, an entire cohort. Due to deficits in faith and compliance, which outweighed his merit in scholastics and invention, most alterations provided wild instabilities, leading to adverse outcomes for those branches. However, Branch 5 subsequently achieved the highest caps of all the horoscope alumni, earning admission to the Guild of Mechanicusts. Since then, she has made transformative contributions that commend for her higher office. Lessons for future alteration doctrine are set forth in full report. Signed, Sunil Khan, Chief Summoner, Century 0, Year 23, Month 3, Date 14. Take me back to Subject 5's case file. End this query and go back to the start. No further queries. Contemplation concluded. Please replace Quill. Okay, so the way this seems is Sunil seems to be involved with the king disappearing people, I guess. He was petitioning the king to transform and transmogrify people, like they have the ability to do, but he ended up erasing this person. But they're still working with the Mechanicus, but they still erased from their... No, they were working with the Mechanicus in the project, and then they ended up getting a good score and got erased anyway. Because whatever the process is, it also is what removes them from memories. Also, the king definitely can remove memories. The librarian quickly hides a handkerchief underneath some papers as you approach. Her eyes are red and wet.
Oh, hello, dearie. Do pardon me. All the parchment here plays havoc on my allergies.
I think I found something about your missing child. How are you holding up, Guinevere? I think I found something about your missing child.
Oh, well then.
She takes a deep breath.
Go ahead. I'm as ready as I can be.
The last known location was a place called Oblast. I didn't get the child's name. Something about a fault in status check.
How curious. That's quite similar to what the king says when you ask it about people who've fallen prey to the corruption.
The last known location... The corruption, okay. The last known location was a place called Istrik Oblast.
Istrik? Oh, dear me. That's what we used to call the corrupted lands before they were consumed. I've never heard of any survivors.
Guinevere looks forlorn.
I suppose the answer is staring us in the face, isn't it? When something becomes corrupted, its official records get scrambled. Some say it also affects people's memories of the thing.
She sighs.
Although, obviously, you and I both know that last part is claptrap. Istrik is gone, but there is a royal cleanup camp near where it used to be, out in the Corrupted Lands. If there are any clues left to this child's fate, you'd surely find them there.
How do I reach the Corrupted Lands?
At the far eastern ditch end of the island, across an artificial ditch, the whole area is restricted by order of the king, and the cleanup crews get in and out by sky barge. She glances around and checks the mechapeds are still dormant, then lowers her voice. But between you and me, I heard there's some kind of abandoned machine out there that you could clamber up. Here.
She passes you a little scrap of paper. Okay, so I needed to do this code in order to even do this main quest. Cool.
There are access codes.
Maybe I could have found these codes other places as well too, of course, but
These are the access codes where we use the library. A lot of the king's machines use the same ones. Perhaps if you try them, you'll get lucky.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you, dearie. I'll be praying for the king for you.
All right. Okay. That means I can even do main plot now right after doing everything else too, because now I actually have the code to get across that thing. Like maybe I also had the code from the dream, from the memory, because the memory sounded like they crossed that bridge with the other captain that I've been going after. Is a possibility. But now I definitely have what I need to get past. But yeah, today's been mostly just running back and forth for plots, and there's just a couple of these things hanging around. Nothing like important, nothing like big, just some stuff in the way. All the way up here and get to that station. How's my house looking? Is it semi-built up yet? I think it is. Hey, the holes are gone. Yay, my house looks kind of like a house now. And I have my own bed finally. Now, I do need apparently lots of iron ore to build up like the annexes and I can furnish the house by using a fine ore. I don't have any iron ore on me. I have to go get some more of that. Balcony not built unfurnished. I don't know what would be on the balcony. I'd be more interested in the workshop, but all I need is the iron and I'll be fine. It only eats up 4 of my seeds, so I'm running out of it. So yes. No, I don't want to change the style. I want to keep the style this place has. I do like the beds of the Clockwork Kingdom. The balcony wasn't put on yet. Or it was. Okay, cool. Because I slept and it was crafted while I was sleeping. Cool. Oh. Aya Pegeth and the shifting thing. Cool. I get some plants every once in a while. And a very nice view of everything. Alright, let's go. Let's go get my brain tinkered on. Okay, I wasn't gonna go collect that, but that's a stamina potion, so I do want those. They're a great way to supplement not having a bed to sleep in. I wonder if we'll ever figure out how to get to that one mine that's just kind of hanging there. Let's see, did all those spiders in here? Yeah, they all were spawned. Yeah. Beware my charge attacks. Puts a little bit of sway in my hander. Alright, I'm back. Nobody. But this time, maybe you already know your name, so you're definitely somebody. The machine emits a buzz, a distorted human voice. Go away. Nobody's home. If nobody's home here, I'm looking for Morozov. Is this the right tower? Bzz. Never heard of them. Chief Interpreter Afra sent me. It's about the Sadovsky problem. A long pause, then a loud clunk. Bzz. Door's unlocked. Wipe your boots. The stout, aging mechanicus looks surprised to see you. What? How'd you get inside? Get out of here right now. My security will fry you to a crisp. I'm the official door lock inspector. You failed. You let me in. What? Why the hell would I do that? I'll have you know I'm in the middle of a very important work. You notice a cheaply bound romance novels, open spine. You notice a cheaply bound romance open spine up beside her. Plus stacks of dirty plates and half-empty teacups. Afra wants me to get a cranial modulator. Yeah, Afra wants me to get a cranial modulator. Moderator, sweetheart. It's a cranial moderator. She scratches her head. Afra, huh? Bitch won't even write me, and now she wants me a favor. I guess she knows why I can't say no to her. You know her well? So what is the Sadovsky problem anyway? Psst. It's a famous problem in cipher theory about whether you could use an advanced time spell to go backwards. We were both assigned to work on it years ago now. It's how we met. Morozov shakes her head. That dumb bitch. So you'll help then? Sure. I guess technically it's my job or something. My condolences on becoming her new recruit, if you ask me. The guild's a sinking ship. Now listen, sweetheart. Getting your brain to accept a big hunk of gears as part of itself ain't exactly a cakewalk. I need a slice of your meat that's got deep connections to the rest. Pick a person, someone you really cherished. See? Someone that made you who you are. You're gonna forget them, and I'll stick the cranial moderator in their place. They'll be as dear to you as they were. It'll be as dear to you as they were. Don't tell me about them. I don't care. Just think of them. Say your goodbyes. Hey. Forget your parents. You've given up trying to make them understand. Forget your first love. You needn't carry that heartbreak. Forget your best friend. It hurt to think at the far apart you've grown. Forget your mentor. You still feel the sting of their disappointment. Actually, I don't think I can do this. Yeah, I can forget my parents. That's right. Just like that. Come to mama. You fall into a black and timeless place. When you come to, your head feels heavier than before. Stupid thing. Where'd I leave it?
Oh, stupid thing, where'd I leave it? Well, hey now. Look who's awake. How you doing, sweetheart?
Blurg, grrr, grrr.
Truer words were never spoken, hon. Well, seems the moderator went in nice and smooth. Congratulations, you're part machine.
Maybe I would have forgotten chocolate. My true first love. What can I do now that it's installed?
Now you can understand the sixfold cipher language of our glorious king. Read it, write it, speak it, hear it, or shove it up your ass for all I care. All makes sense to you.
Are there any drawbacks?
Oh, sure. Watch out for migraine, seizures, deafness, blindness, aneurysms, nightmares, prophetic dreams, mental decline, partial or total amnesia, paranoia, delusions of being dead, religious ecstasy and or agony, about out-of-body experiences, Wyclif's idiocy, Wyclif's idiocy, gangrene. You want to come in for a checkup every few years. Some of those metals are a little toxic. Worst of all, whenever someone has a problem with the king's magic, they'll ask you to fix it. I should have farmed silk slugs. All make sense to you?
Thanks. I guess we're done here.
Don't mention it, darling. No, really, don't. In fact, leave my tower and don't speak to me again. Nothing personal, but I got a hot date with a cheese wheel I've been saving.
I hope you're very happy together. Don't worry, I'm gonna go loot the rest of your tower. Don't mind me. I see you've got a good amount of dreams up here. Ooh, a book. Alright, let me take a drink. The Romance of the Scarab, Part 4, by Milo Casimir, 1431. Property of the Library, Unthrutz? Library of Untruths. Wow. Property of the Library of Untruths. Borrowed by Pierre Kobliska, Senior Interpreter. Due year 23, month 0, day 30. Returned. Borrowed by Afra Gray, Junior Interpreter. Due year 25, month 5, day 0. Returned. In silken chains, dripping in her tears upon some subtle tone, dreading the dawn in which she was to wed, the heated Melphon, that man of sludge. The hated Melephon, that man of sludge. All day and night her nimble mind had raced through every twist and tunnel of the maze, yet finding wells whichever way she turns, inexorable duty on all sides. Now weep shuts out the world and hopelessly seeks consolidation in philosophy, or consultation? Consolation is philosophy. Then, when her last oil is nearly spent, there sounds the thunder's beat of whirring wings, and through her window climbs a limber shape, half flesh and blood, half chitin hard as bone, his pinions snapping back into their sheaths, the keen blade of his body honed by war, casting his molten gaze upon her form. Who else but brave Gehenna's mortal foe, the brazen Emir's champion, and the scourge who smashed her father's fleet? Aye, that same beast who'd paused upon the brink of the abyss, beneath the embers of a dying star, to steal from her soft lips once hurried kiss. The chosen of his god, bold Alcazar. No coward was Gilbeline. Quick as a flash she seized upon the folio which she'd stashed, a last resort, lest she'd at length decide to rob her suitor of his grudging bride, then draws her poisoned bookmark from its place, and points the dagger quivering at his face. At this the monster gave a savage laugh, and with a voice like magma thus he snarled, "Well met, milady. 5 days have passed since my world shattered in your gentle grip. 5 nights of sleepless agony, 5 deaths. The scarab bids me conquer, and my oath sealed by ancient magic, and my blood no more permits me to defy her will, than stop the rushing tides or boil the sea. You are the ward of her sworn foe, yet I would sooner tear my left arm from its joint than cause you grief, and sooner plunge myself, worthing, howling into the depths of hell, than live without your beauty one more day. Therefore, I beg, if you are merciful, as you are charming to my compound eye, Show pity in this wretch, and drive that blade into this aching breast, that I may die. Silence itself stands still, afraid to breathe. Only the comely maiden's heaving chest, in counterpoint with the demon's heavy pant, betrays the riot in our lovers' hearts. Yet as the poet reigns the rebel mass, by harnessing their wrath to higher cause, so Gilbelane's whirling mind espied a chance, defying the mute god with her eloquence, and stepping closer with each point she grants. She put to Alcazar these arguments. Scarab longs for peace, is that not so? It is, growls he. She takes another step, yet she is proud and jealous, quick to rage. She is. So if I slay her chosen now, then vengeance upon vengeance shall prevail, until your house and mine are burned to ash. Her face is close enough that his hot breath burns on her cheeks. If only a finger's width between their loins, he cannot be but assent. Know you, she sighs, that I am to be wed? A storm of grief upon his brow. To whom? To Melathon, my coney is the price of his alliance to my father's flag, and with him a mighty army even you could not hope to oppose. But, she murmurs, laying her dainty hand upon his breast, if I am deflowered, I cannot wed. Forsooth, what else could better serve your god than union twixt? She does not reach the end. No sage was Alcazar, but nor a fool. For as he pondered each new postulate, woven together by our scholar's wit, so rosy fringed understanding crept from out behind the overshadowing isle of duty, and bathed his mind in blazing light, as shackles from the weary convict's hands fall shattered on the searing crystal sands, or as a raging river long contained, o'ertops its dam and courses down the plain. So too his vows released him, and the beast, his feral passion utterly unreleased, unfettered, uncontrollable, and unquenched, fell ravenously on the tender wench. In iron claws he clasps his willing prey, tears off her nightgown, tosses it away, then lifts her like a warlord with his thrall, and thrusts her helplessly against the wall, toppling candlesticks, shattering her combs, while scripture falls forgotten on the stones, ravishing with rough mandibles his prize, compelling from her mouth such blissful cries, and Gilbelaine, her legs around his spine, embracing sweet surrender, lost divine, the dark star of her heart in full eclipse, at last allows that tongue to part her lips, and press and sigh, and find what she has lost. Let loose the joyous dawn, and damn the cost. And that's the smut book she was reading. Oh, I can actually sleep in the bed here. That's nice. It doesn't count as owned. Good choice. It had a rhyming scheme and everything in there. I knew you were holding out on me. Give me that chest. No, not that chest. Stop reading your damn books. These lurid fantasy subject of the Union. This one is by A. Quaritch and contains scenes of academia and severe paranoia. I do have to use these at some point, and then so I can watch these dreams. Alright, now my brain can read properly. My guess is she is going to tell me I have to go to the Corrupted Lands. I already have 2 quests that take me there, so I assume this main one is going to take me there as well. So let's talk to her. Oh, wait, no, we're going to be putting this in the king's thing, yeah. I wonder if doing this in any order changes any text for dialogue. Probably not. This game has been very good, but I don't think that they're that concerned with having different plots of story change the text. for like why their daughter disappeared. I kind of had a reason why I knew from what we were doing with this story plot, but it would have given me the wrong answer though. What I knew from this plot would have been they were in the void of ice, but they're actually over the canyon. Oh, can I buy more iron ore from you? Oh, I have to do this again. I'm gonna guard one of those big roaming workshops. Great sword, stone. No, okay, he doesn't sell any more ore. Damn. I don't really need anything else. Alright, I was just wondering if I could actually buy more, since apparently I need that to upgrade my house a bit more. But maybe some of those old nodes in mining areas will have... Oh, I also have to wait till nighttime. Damn it! I should have stayed at my house. Now I gotta spend 5 gold again. Afra's mechanical arm reaches the floor. Tap your cranium. Head full of gears as requested. Splendid. You're practically one of us now, eh? I promise you won't regret it. I've been studying the message you retrieved from the graveyard. I think Its Majesty wants us to pass it on elsewhere, but not by the usual channels. If the corrupted lands where the Royal Broadcast Beacon formerly used to send signals down to the Underlands, it was abandoned when corruption overtook the area, and has since fallen into disrepair. However, the king has not forgotten it. Unfortunately, the beacon is no longer answering remote commands, which means you, and I am truly sorry for this, must deliver the message in person. She hands you a weighty folder of forest green leather. This is what we Mechanicus call a punch card. It's the way of recording information so the king can understand, in this case, music. Use the punch card to open the tower door, then insert it into the apparatus at the top of the beacon. This sounds incredibly dangerous. Why would you want to send signals to the Underlands? We asked the king the same question. Its Majesty was adamant that someone or something might be alive down there, and that contracting them was somehow critical to the kingdom's future. Alas, okay, he's trying to contact the person we're after, I assume. Anything else? How do I get to the Corrupted Lands? The Corrupted Lands are southeast of here, across the great chasm carved out by the king's machines. Officially, there's no way in, but I found records of an old abandoned digging engine in that area that might offer you a path. I have the king conjure the access code directly into your cranial modulator. Just picture me in your mind's eye, with as much detail as you can, and it'll come to you. If you say so. Anything else? Alright, well now, okay, so I did in fact find 2 separate ways to go into the same spot. Cool. That's fine. That's all. I'll become a monster. I'll eat you first. Entirely fair. How else can I empower you? Go Switchman. Okay. Alright, let's get across. The thing is, I need to find a... Hopefully, once we're across, there'll be a saving apparatus. You there, citizen. Stay where you are. Anyone entering Ferropolis must be assigned for corruption by order of the king. Now say, ah. Ugh, not again. The guard pokes a wand inside your mouth, then waves it up and down your body while the machine emits chirps and warbles. Alright, we're good to go. Alright. That's where the revived canyon is, yeah. I was just in that earlier. That definitely wouldn't have refilled at this point. Is there actually a path down there? I guess there is if I wanted to fight a few things and go looking for treasure, I guess. I probably should if maybe I will find more iron or something down there. But not now. I have a goal. The control console is caked with dirt and dust. A spider skitters away into the hole where the indicator light has been torn out. Nobody has been there for a long time. Amidst the decay, you see a keypad around. Enter the code you saw in... Oh, yeah, okay. So, the one in Metcast Vision is also the answer. So, yeah, there's multiple ways of getting the key to go here. One you get directly by doing the main plot. And then the other two you can get from doing the quest. Alright, cool. I like that. I like that each way is an actual... I want to use... Try the access codes given you by the librarian. You methodically punch in the numbers, occasionally pausing to squint at Genevieve's tiny handwriting. Most of them fail until you try the first code, the final code, 050451. Somewhere beneath your feet, an engine thrums to life, and the metal catwalk begins to vibrate. Like it did before. Alright, let's go inside this thing. Maybe there's a save device in there. Hello, giant eyeballs. And big meat orifices growing off of the trees. I guess we would call those skewers. Okay, that's more leading around. More just big flesh nodules growing everywhere. Well, I can definitely see why they call it the Corrupted Lands. They would have put Mr. Krabs here long ago. The door is barred from the other side. How dare you? Hey, enemy! A new one. I've kind of seen them. They're like the... Whoa! Through the wall? They're kind of like the ones from the plagued area. But they're not blue. They're fleshy. Alright, well. Welcome to the corruption. The door needs a key. God damn it. Fine, I can't get in here. Go loot their shit. Attention all citizens. The City of Progress is where our glorious kingdom is forging the future with our own hands. Exciting opportunities are available for wire weavers, phosphorus whiskers, steam lathe and drill press operators, compressed air workers, hazard pay applies. Infrahull rune engravers must be shorter than 4'11". Void fumigators and death Deathematizers? Long live the king, century 0, year 19. However, what if I crouch underneath this? Is there a... No, there's nothing. Alright, I was kind of hoping to get in there and maybe find a save device. So now I have, like... Oops. Now I have... do I go down or go up? No, I guess we'll start with the way I am going. Hello, fleshies. That's a level up. Alright, I think I was putting some into... I don't know, what was I putting into? Guile is extra agility and lockpicking. Might is more me hitting things. Wisdom is... Oh yeah, lore. I want a little bit of extra lore. I'm hoping to find an item that gives me free lore, but... I'll put 1 point into wisdom right now. Hopefully I can get some more. Like I said, I'm hoping I get a piece of equipment or something that gives me just free lore skill. Do I have that actually in equipment? No. The Scholar's Robes gives me Spellcast. Thief's Armor is agility. Regen is the Modest Attire. The Plate Armor is just defense. Yeah, I'm looking for something like the Extravagant Hat that gives me that 30 charm. Cross the pipe, cross the pipe. Or no, not cross the pipe. Hello, Fleshy. Hey, get back here. I'm trying to use a fun thing. Get over here, you. Yeah. Look at me, Ma. I'm using a ranged attack. It's all just pianos. Did you forget I existed? Is it doing, even though I'm not crouched, is it doing like stealth damage? Is that why that first hit does so much and then it drops off after that? Because I know how much stamina you have also affects your damage, but I'm also wearing an item that reduces how much that actually affects it. So I don't think that much damage drops off. So even though I'm not crouched, I assume hitting them from range, if they don't know they're in combat, it counts as a sneak attack. Okay. The bow's damage is also 30, which is a lot, so... hoping it asks me to use my map maker item soon. Is this anything I can actually interact with? No. Just wondering. Like maybe there was an item on top or something like that. Okay, that's neat. The whole building's rotating on the end. Oh shit, does it sound like something's breathing? Who brought their lungs here? Just kind of hanging out there on the other too. Aha, here we go. There we go. There's some photography. Now, if you would be so kind as to have a save point lingering around here somewhere. Yeah, there's definitely breathing going on. Don't know what this is. Oh, don't you dare tell me there's a... Judgment. The City of Progress is under strict quarantine by order of the Clockwork King. Therefore, edict entries forbidden except by those in possession of the proper password. A memory of Metcalf's vision wells up in your subconscious, like a leech rising from a lake bed to feed after dark. The hard light of creation burns within the fallible flood. Yeah, I even remember that line from it too. Pondering, emergency override accepted. Welcome back, Mr. Frost. Okay. I'm gonna save here. And this is where I will pick up again tomorrow. We're in the Corrupted Lands. This is going along for the main plot here to get Metcalf's memory back. And then there's an entire other end of this island where we have other quests and everything else to do. So yeah, this will be for tomorrow. Completely doing up the Corrupted Lands and seeing where these quest lines take us. I'm very much looking forward to it, like a lot. I'm very much looking forward to where all of these quests are taking me. I really love the hell out of this stuff. I really do like. Yeah, Stormpike said I really do. The writing is very good in this, so I can't wait to see more. Anyway, thank you all for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all next time. And good night, Dave. Just click on that one more time. There we go. Just in case.